This video is sponsored by Serious Readers, the lighting company. I've been using lamps from the Serious Lights range for around 18 months now and use them for all of my painting and hobby projects. When building and painting my models, I need good quality light to help me achieve the best painting results and help protect my eyes from strain and damage. With these lights, even the smallest of details can be seen crisp and clear, such as the detail on Bright Star, my Eldar Craftworld's Autarch. Serious Lights uses daylight wavelength technology, which replicates the natural daylight spectrum as closely as possible. These lights will project a balanced, natural light beam with the added benefits of low heat, low energy and a full 5-year warranty including bulb life guarantee. Serious Lights are a solid build featuring adjustable head, neck, beam and dimmer. Serious Readers is a British company and the Serious Lights range is hand built to order here in the UK. Link in the video description below and in the comments section. And when you use promo code SR426, you'll receive £100 off your HD light plus free shipping. Happy painting and enjoy the video. Right, so welcome to this 2000 points game. It's Challenger Scorpion. One of the Phoenix Lords has returned. It's Michael Fry. He's brought his custom chapter Space Marines along. His list has changed and adapted, new units being added in. Classic matchup here. They're going to go against Hive Fleet Leviathan, which is now complete at 2000 points. So before I run through the list here for the Tyranid, just mention Patreons. Gold level Patrons get the names shouted out during our battle reports and a critical dice being used at some point during the game. Silver level patrons, I'll call out their names at the end of the game, and you can check out the end credits of the video for all those supporting on Patreon, including those at bronze. And the proceeds go to help the channel, also SSWG Wargames Club, we're actually filming at the moment, and also the expansion of the armies on the channel. So massive thank you to everyone that supports us on Patreon. If you want to support us there, the link is in the video description below. So for the Tyranids, for the list here, we'll go to the Butcher first of all. So it's Typhon, Butcher of the 18th. So it's a Hive Tyrant, taking a Strangleforn Cannon, and then the monstrous Lash Whip and Bone Sword. He'll be joined by a bodyguard unit, so it's 3 Tyrant Guard being taken. Then I'll pick out the other HQs here. So there's a Neuro Tyrant across here. That's going to be joined by a unit of Neuro Gaunts. We've got a Tyranid Prime, a winged Tyranid Prime. I should also mention adaptive biology enhancement has been given to the Hive Tyrant. He's got a built-in 5+ feel no pain. If his wounds are below starting strength, he goes to a 4+ feel no pain, just to add an extra level of protection to him. There are some Vanguard infiltrator type units here. So I've got the Death Leaper, a regular Lictor, and then a unit of 6 of the Von Ryan's Leapers. Then we have 2 units of 10 regular Gaunts. There's a Strangle Web in each of those squads. 6 Tyranid Warriors with the melee bioweapons. Then a Mouseceptor. 2 Carnifexes that have been named, Tartarus and Hades. Each of them usually will come down in a Tyrannocyte. It's a Tyranid drop pod. And then finally, the freshest unit from the painting desk and what finished the Tyranid army off, it's 3 individual Biovores. It's the new sculpt from Games Workshop, so some artillery support here available for the Tyranids. But that's the list for them. It's been a build-up with this army and going through a number of smaller scale games as the army's built up, so it does have some battlefield experience, A lot of these units have been tried and tested. Some units have been dropped, but a fresh challenge for them here as they go against this Space Marine army. So that's the list for the Tyranids. Phoenix Swords and Autarchs have been allocated. That's the top 2 levels of support and channel membership. If you go to Autarch level, you get allocated individual models. And then for Phoenix Swords, it's whole units like characters, entire units on the board. You can follow units around, see how they get on in each of our battle reports, along with the other perks that are available for the higher levels of support. So, a couple of Autarchs with me in this game. So Casper Kempf and Ite Miyara are going to go on to the Warriors. The rest of Phoenix Lords here. So BPP Wargaming onto the Prime. Amy Almo onto the Von Ryan's Leapers for this battle. JP onto the Lictor. Lucas Brown onto Death Leaper. Nate Miller onto Typhon himself. The Butcher of the 18th, the Hive Tyrant. Vagabond onto the Mouseceptor. Ben Shaw onto the Neuro Tyrant. Chris Comiskey, so it's a Comiskey killer here, onto one of the Screamer Killers. He's going to be Tartarus, yes. And then Hades here for Gut B. And that's all the Phoenix Lords allocated for the Hive Fleet Leviathan Tyranids. That's the list here for the Tyranids. We'll take a look now and see what the Space Marines have in their list. Alright, so 2,000 points of Space Marines. It's a customised chapter called the Redeemers. It's Michael Fry here. He says that they are a successor chapter of the Salamanders. They'll be using a Salamanders detachment from the Space Marine Codex. We'll let Michael run through what he has in his list.
So this is my 1,995 point army, the Redeemers, my Salamanders Successor Chapter. Starting off, I've got a lieutenant with a combi weapon, the new Leviathan one. I've given him an enhancement adamant mantle, so he reduces damage by 1, and any melter and torrent weapons reduce the damage to 1, just 1 damage.
Okay.
And his ability, he gets to mark a target for reroll 1s to wound if against enemy targets that are on that objective marker.
Okay.
And I've just got a little flying baby to show that. A 5-man scout squad with a missile launcher. A 5-man infiltrator squad with a helix gauntlet and the comms array. A gladiator lancer for some long range fire support. I've then got a Terminator librarian, no enhancements, just as he is, and then a 10-man Terminator squad with the 2 assault cannons in it.
That's the new sculpt stuff. Nice.
And then I've got a captain in aggressor armor making his return, and then a 6-man aggressor squad with the Flamestorm gauntlets. I've then got a Land Raider Redeemer, that's the Flamery one. So the Flamestorm cannons, multi-melter, twin assault cannons, Hunter Killer missile. And then I've got 2 3-man Inceptors, just for some deep strike shenanigans. A 6-man Eradicator squad with an Apothecary Biologist for lethal hits. And then just a 5-man Heavy Intercessor squad.
Okay, and we've got there's some new units that have come along since last time. So this is freshly painted up. Amazing model, the Biologist.
Yeah, one of my favourites from the new Leviathan one.
Very cool. Okay, and I think that's a debut for that model on the channel. We haven't seen it in a game yet, and a debut for this resculpt as well. The new Librarian and Terminator armor.
Mm-hmm.
Nice glowing effect here with the runes on him. Okay, so it's full of new characters here, and then this is what's the armor called now? These are Phobos. That's right, Phobos armored lieutenant. With kind of a Tyranid twist to him, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, quite appropriate.
Mm.
And I think
maybe he's organised this battle between between the two sides.
Apparently, in the lore, he's like the lone survivor that's called in for help. Cool. The rest of the chapters come to assist.
Now, I have to say these scouts are the older lead ones.
Yeah.
Shall I do a size comparison? I'll hold this one and then hold this one here. Look at the difference in size.
So it's quite appropriate, isn't it? They're not quite
They're children. They're his children.
Yeah, there's children.
Or is it young apprentices?
Yeah, he's leading the sneaky side of the force.
Cool. Oh yeah, and I've got something similar as well. Tyranid's got okay, right, okay. So we're sort of balancing each other out here to a degree. That's the list here for the Space Marines. Looking good. I'll call out the Phoenix Swords and Autarchs. So Autarchs have all been placed into a single unit, so they can all fight as battle brothers on the battlefield. So gone with the aggressors: Dan C, Sam Hermes, Ben Harris, Midnight Miniatures, Dylan Moore, and then Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, and then the rest of the Phoenix Swords. So Michael's put himself onto the Captain in Gravis armor. Andrew Swan has been placed onto the Infiltrators across here. Mephisto onto the Infiltrator Lieutenant, or Phobos Lieutenant. Raycross onto the Librarian for this battle. Paintlaker's Paint Pot onto the Heavy Intercessors. And one more, Longbow BB onto the Gladiator. And I think, no, we've had this one before. I think Raycross used this in the challenge game. So we've had the Gladiator on the channel. But that's a new addition to Michael's army as well. So the army's expanded. Different units being taken. I have to say, some rather tough combinations here. 10-man Terminator squad, aggressors, eradicators, and heavy intercessors as well. So a tough nut for the Tyranids to crack, for sure. So that's the list here for the Space Marines. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a mission here. It's called Supply Drop. We'll go through the rules for that in just a moment. The mission rule is secret intel. So if you're going for the random draw on the secondaries, you pick 3, or you pull out 3 and then discard 1. So it's a bit more choice involved if you're going to go for secondaries with the random draw. And then Hammer and Anvil deployment for this battle. So we're fighting from end to end in this game. So Tyranids are at this end, marked by the orange dice running across the board, and then Michael's Space Marines going to go across here, their deployment zone. Just at this end of the table. There's 5 objectives on the board, 1 dead center. There's 2 others in no man's land, 1 on each flank, and a home objective each as well. Tyranid objective is just there, and the Space Marine one just here at the foot of that terrain piece. So I'll mention terrain now. So these walls, I've double stacked them in height to make them, we'll count them as obscuring here. So there's a wall here, and there's one across the other side. Same for this larger structure in the middle. The whole thing we're going to play as obscuring. It's just going to run to the hard edge here. And then the 2 larger rock formations. This one and this one across here will play as obscuring as well. So again, just we'll be going line of sight by the hard edge of these terrain pieces. The rest is regular rocks, so infantry and so on can shelter behind. There's a couple of tank traps and barricades scattered across the table as well. Quite straightforward for terrain. There's a number of good pieces where units can hide quite effectively. So, for supply drop, at the start of the battle, players randomly select 2 different objective markers in no man's land. It says at the start of the battle, so I think we'll do deployment first, and then once the game gets going, we'll then randomise which of these will be the Alpha and Omega objective. So, what you randomise, one will be the Alpha, one will be the Omega. At the start of the 4th battle round, the Alpha objective is removed from play. And then in the 5th battle round, all objective markers in no man's land apart from the Omega, which means one of the other objectives will be removed. So turn 4, we'll lose a no man's land objective. Turn 5, we'll lose another one. So the game's really going to centralise perhaps on one of the no man's land objectives, depending on how desperately either side wants it. In the 2nd and 3rd battle rounds, at the end of each command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each objective marker they control in no man's land. So that's quite standard. But in turn 4, at the end of each command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 8 victory points. So a real focus on one of the no man's land objectives here for this battle. And then in turn 5, the player's the first turn scores 15 victory points at the end of their command phase if they control the objective marker. Right, okay. So yeah, there is a big emphasis on the no man's land objective, whichever one it is. If you can cling on to it for those 2 turns, it's a heap of points coming through. And then the player who's going second, they score 15 victory points at the end of their turn if they control the objective marker in no man's land. So it could be the situation that one player's holding it on turn 5, gets the points, and in the final turn of the game, the other player is able to shift them off and pick up 15 points as well. It's an interesting twist in this one. But that's the scenario. A major emphasis on one of these random no man's land objectives. So secondary objectives, Michael's gone for fixed. So bring it down and deploy teleport Homer. So for bring it down is destroying monsters. So you get 2 points per monster. If it's 10 wounds or more, which is all of my monsters here, except him, who's 9 wounds, I believe, but the rest are 10 or above, then they're worth 3 points times. That's both Tyrannocytes, both Screamer Killers, the Malceptor, the regular Hive Tyrant. I think it's just 2 points for the Neuro Tyrant. A good number of points available. Michael's going to be picking up points for what he's going to be doing in the game anyway, which is trying to kill the Tyranids. And then taking deploy teleport Homer is fixed as well, which is either getting into the center of the table or into the opponent's deployment zone. So in your shooting phase, you can select one or more. One unit from your army that's not battle shocked and is eligible to shoot till the end of your turn. The unit is not eligible to shoot or declare a charge. At the end of your turn, if the unit is within the opponent's deployment zone or within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield, it deploys a teleport Homer at that location. So if it's the center of the table, you get 2 victory points. If it's the opponent's deployment zone, if Michael can infiltrate into here, and he's got infiltrating units to do it, it's worth 4 victory points each time. So fixed missions here for the Space Marines. And then for the Tyranids, we're going to go for the random draw with the cards. So that's secondaries. We've gone through terrain, so we're going to now start alternating placing units on the board. Next. I just mentioned the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat's from gamemat.eu. It's called Hell on Earth. 6x4 in size. Just mark the edge off here so we can play 60 inches across. They do this battle mat in the 60x44 inch size for your regular games of 10th edition. Also using 2 sets from gamemat.eu. So it's the Lava Rocks set, which fills up the table around here. All these pieces are from the one set. And also the Hive Walls set, which we've painted and modified a little bit here, just added some extra shading onto them, but they're all individual pieces that you can use to create your walls. I've double stacked them here to create a higher wall. I've created this central platform as well, but the walls across there, all of these and this, that's all one set being used. You can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, pre-painted terrain. In the video description below is the link. There's also an 11% discount code, and if it's still running, 20% off across the store as well. All right, so deployment's done. Interesting. There's a strong narrative building here. We'll show you what's going on. Infiltrators playing off against each other. Tyranids, Michael got through his deployment a lot quicker. A lot of his stuff's gone into reserves, which we'll cover in just a moment, which means I was able to hold off with some of my key units until Michael had completely finished his deployment. So I've been able to react with my infiltrating units to his. The advantage though for Michael is he's gone and grabbed objectives immediately with infiltrators. So scouts have deployed here and grabbed this one. And at this stage, we're not sure which is going to be the Alpha and Omega and so on for these objectives. And then the Phobos Lieutenant is just in range of that one and sheltering behind the terrain. Inside the Land Raider is the Gravis Captain and Aggressors with the Flamers. Heavy Intercessors here to push up in support. Gladiator firepower support here at the back, and then the infiltrators, Space Marine infiltrators, to secure the back objective. But much of Michael's force is off the board. So inside the Land Raider, joined by the Librarian and Deep Striking, Eradicators with the Biologos are infiltrating, so they'll be coming on a flank at some point during the game. So like an ambush type unit here, and then Deep Striking in with the 2 units of Inceptors. So that's Space Marine deployment done. Plenty of flexible reserves to arrive for them. Then for the Tyranids, in the back pocket here to arrive from reserve is the 2 Screamer Killers in their Tyrannocyte drop pods. Everything else is on the board. So regular gaunts, 1 squad there, 1 squad on that flank. The artillery sheltering behind the obscuring walls. And then the usual formation is this blob that operates to push forwards and go for the middle of the board, or to veer left or veer right. Warriors on the right hand side been joined by the Prime. Typhon here in the middle, protected by his Tyrant Guard Bodyguard, Malceptor, and then the Neuro Tyrant on the left hand side. So infiltrators here for the Tyranids. Electors deployed up here, right next to the statue here. They're really taunting the Space Marines, if they can even see him, that is. He's tucked away there. Lone operative, by the way. So this is how I can deploy so boldly. You can only be shot at if you're within 12 inches. And then Von Ryan's Leapers have deployed at this corner in ambush position to immediately chase after Lieutenant. So turn 1 is going to be important enough, I think. And then across the other side, you can just see his claws sticking out across there, but that's definitely getting ready to move on to that objective. So still we have no idea which of these objectives is going to be the main one here in this game, but lots of infiltrator shenanigans going on at this initial point in our deployment. But deployment is complete, both sides ready to go. We're all up to see who goes first. I would say you want to go first, just as a guess.
Yeah.
And I would say I want to go first. That's not a guess because I know what I want. We're all to see who goes first. Here we go. A 1.
A 4.
4. Space Marine's going first. Oh, I could have got you. We're gonna have a little sprint, a race, but it may not happen. Michael gets to make the first move here. So we'll go on to turn 1 here. Space Marines will go first. Right, so on turn 1 here for the Space Marines, a few things going on. Teleport hammers are placed there for the Terminators, so they may or may not turn up there by Deep's Track. The Phobos Lieutenant's ability has been placed onto the central objective, and then now we've also determined the Alpha and Omega objectives. So this one here is the Alpha, which will disappear on turn 4, and then this one will disappear on turn 5, and the only objective remaining will be that one across there, which the Tyranids are on it, but I wouldn't say that they're in a strong position here. It's just really the start of the game, but it's that objective there that will survive through to the end of the battle. So you may well see a drive and a shift across over onto that side of the board. So a Tyranid ability will go for lethal hits against vehicles. I've been intimidated enough by that Land Raider. I need a bit of help, I think, to try and cause trouble for it. So there's a lot of infantry though. Well, lethal hits against vehicles, we'll stick with that instead of sustained against infantry. So that's the ability here for the invasion fleet for the Tyranids. So I'll let Michael make some moves now. Right, so on turn 1 here for the Space Marines, I'll call it Oath of Moment actually. So it's been placed onto the Von Ryan's Leapers. Then a little bit edging forwards here with this. Holding, just at the edge here. Holding,
yeah.
Spreading out a little bit.
Spreading them out.
Manoeuvring into it.
Just edged them out. They've got deep strike denial, so I have to spread them out.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. And the lieutenant's remained where he is. I think Michael wants to.
He's going to do the action for deploy teleport hammers in the middle.
All right. Okay. So this is the nervous kind of time here. Similar to my Blood Angels army, when you've got a lot of stuff in reserves, you don't have as much stuff on the table. So just cautious manoeuvring here from the Space Marines. But that's their movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, Gladiator Lancers to kick off.
Yes. So I'll put everything from the Lancer into the one.
The Leapers, yeah. It's not the ideal target, but it's pretty much what's available here.
So I'll start with the Lancer Laser Destroyer.
Yeah, here it comes.
So it's -1 to my hit roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets 1 free.
Oh, you're on Twin Linked anyway. Or not Twin Linked, sorry. You're on Oath anyway.
Oath on it anyway.
You're right, 2 hits. Okie
And then 2s. Yep.
2 5s. It's just going to hurt.
-4, d6 + 3.
Right, so it's going to wipe out my save, including cover. So I'm wondering if I've got an invuln. I think I used to get one. We do, a 6-up. So you never know.
Here we roll.
You're okay. Let's both go through. What kind of damage we're looking at here?
d6 + 3.
Yeah, auto kills on 2. That's a good sniping. That's good shooting.
And
that's good shooting. That's really good shooting. Let's kill 2 of those. Okay.
And then the Icarus rocket pod is d3 shots. 3. 4s.
For the moment.
This is strength. I guess requires strength 8.
3s to wound.
3s to wound. And I get to reroll 1 wound roll with his. No, each. Yeah, Aquilian Optics. No, miss.
-1 or 0 on that one, I think.
Yeah, -1.
No, it's not quite enough to stop that one.
And it's 2 damage.
2 damage, alright, I'll take it. I'll not spend my blessed CP. So we'll put some wounds on that model just there. It's almost half destroyed the squad.
And then we'll go for the heavy stubber. 3 shots.
Nice.
Strength 4, toughness
5. 5's to wound. Come straight.
Each time someone selected shoot 1. Yeah, 3.
So just the 1 wound comes through.
No AD.
I knew that was going to happen. Just going to have to let it go. Ah, my vulnerable sleepers. Yeah, it's enough to kill another model. They're 3 wounds each. So they are now half destroyed. Okay.
And then just the Stormbolter.
Stormbolter as well.
Stormbolter.
It's equipped with enough guns here. Reroll that one.
Yeah. Nope. And 5s.
Another wound comes through. 3 up this time. Yes, block that one. Finally. All right. So good shooting there from the Lancer. It's half destroyed the Von Ryan Sleepers.
I'll do the Land Raider into
Leapers
Von Ryan
again.
and the Leapers again. The multi-melt is just a half a whisker out. So I'll do the Stormbolter and the
Twin Assault.
Twin Assault. Yes.
Okay.
Stormbolter. Force. Rolling with oath. Nope.
I haven't made it clear already. Michael's using the Salamanders detachment, so you'll start to see that take effect.
Just gotta get close.
Yeah, gotta get closer.
Fine. No, nothing.
No wind coming through.
And then the Twin Assault Cannon. Twin Assault Cannon.
Here it comes.
Pause.
Stealth's up just a little bit. There's a lot of firepower coming in against these. Oh boy, just as I was saying.
That's a loot roll, that.
It's good. Here it comes. And then 3s to wound if you strength 6.
Yep. Re-rolling, devastating wounds.
So triple 6 is a devastating. Oh, that's just killed a model.
Yep.
And then -1 on 3 others.
No minus.
3 up, 3 pluses. Block those. 3 devastatings come through.
Lastly, is just the scout quad. I'll do a missile. I'll do a crack into
Mouse Scepter.
big one.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay. And then some bolter shots into the Neuro Gaunts, I think. No minuses going on here. She's just free to shoot.
4 up for the scouts.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright, so that's missed. And then we've got bolter shots coming through.
Yeah, I think it'll just be 2. Yeah, just 2.
They can all see, it's no problem. So 4 shots with the bolters. This is the last of the shooting here from the Space Marines.
4s.
Michael must be happy enough at this stage.
Yeah.
Yes, wound coming through. We're in the open. No AP minus, I don't think, for a bolter, so we'll take a 6 up. Yeah, alright, so model slain, so we'll take one of these away. I think that marks the end of shooting.
Yes.
And
Just the action.
the action taking place, yeah, and I doubt there's going to be any charges taking place. So not too bad. Initial opening salvo, and it's wrecked my unit of Von Ryan Sleepers. So I think Michael's been happy enough to go first here. Okay, so we'll see if any points have come through, and then we'll move on to the first turn of the game for the Tyranids. So some points have come through. Deploy teleport homer was accomplished there in the centre of the board, there by the lieutenant. So 2 points to 0 at this stage. We'll move on now. Tyranids get their turn. Von Ryan Sleepers just got 2 models left. They could cause a bit of trouble for the lieutenant, maybe. But their numbers have been depleted for sure. Yeah, there's a lictor here as well. Okay, so we'll think about this one. We've got the main bulk of the force here that's hardly been touched. So Tyranids, there's no real panic with them at this stage. Perhaps a lost opportunity as well. Could have rapid ingress on turn 1. You can do it with the drop pods, the Tyrannocyte. Could have gone for the early strike, but I've retained both of those reserves. You must remember that Space Marines have a heavy amount of reserves to arrive, so I may need some counterpunch against that. So we've held off with the Screamer Killers for now, at least. So we'll go on to turn 1 for the Tyranids coming up next. Right, so movement's done here. Tyranid movement, a little bit of Space Marine movement as well, which we'll cover in just a moment. Artillery remains stationary, haven't brought any of the drop pods down, move the gauntlets around as another unit to move on to this objective. Rolled a 6 for advance, they've shot across there. Death Leaper, just a simple move out to that objective. The Warriors have shifted around a little bit to the right-hand side. Lictor's moved around the statue. Von Ryan's Leapers have moved up to have had to be careful to not get in range of Overwatch of this thing, which is range 12 of the Deadly Flamers. In response, the Phobos Lieutenant has pulled away. It's a move that he can make. If you end up within 9 inches of him, he can elect to make a 6-inch move. So he has pulled away from that corner. Von Ryan's Leapers could still charge him if they roll well enough. Then around here, I can, thanks to his ability, Psychic Aura ability from him, it's Onslaught. So I can grant Assault keyword to all my firepower. So we've made advanced moves with all of these to get further forwards. I've got a toe on this objective across here as well, with a 4 being rolled for an advanced roll with the Neuro Tyrant. That's movement done. Tyranid is going for the attack across here. Bear in mind, this objective is going to disappear on turn 4. So there's a couple of turns to fight for this one. Turn 5, that one will disappear, but that's going to be there for most of the game. That's the one that's at the end, and that's the one to really cash in on. Tyranids have it at this stage, but it's very, very early point in the battle. Remember, there's plenty of reserves that can arrive for the Space Marines. So we'll go on to shooting phase next for the Tyranids on their turn 1. Okay, so firepower from this is going into the Land Raider. I've called it, and Michael's played Armor of Contempt, which is so powerful on a Land Raider, plus cover being granted across here, which is completely fine, but it really does protect the Land Raider. It's going to be, I'm coming at AP -2, that's going to be scrubbed. So Michael will go back to his armor save, which is a 2+. This thing's tough enough, but we'll shoot anyway. With this, we'll commit it to a Xenosy friend, Jordan Russell. So this is the number of shots, D6 + 3. Oh, we get the shots. You'd be glad to have played Armor of Contempt, because that's 9 shots coming through. Plus lethals against vehicles.
Yes.
We're looking for 3s. Well, they've all hit. Toughness
12
is 12. 5s to end. This is the tricky. 3. 3 saves of 2+. Okay. If it was in the open, it could have been 4s, so it's some difference. And passed them all, and you did need that stratagem in the end to help you out. Yeah, so it's prevented all the damage from coming through. Okay, so we'll then go for... Yeah, I think it's a waste of time fighting the Land Raider. We'll just console ourselves with forcing you to use a stratagem. We'll fire across here into this target with... he is meant to hunt infantry, so we'll go for Typhon here, Butcher of the 18th. D6 +1, plus an extra 1 for the size of the scout squad. Yo! Yeah, we'll leave it. 3 shots. 2s. Followed by, take it, their toughness 4.
Yes.
3s to win. 2 wounds come through. -1, bit of cover, so back to normal armor saves. And I think you're all right on 4s.
Yeah.
Okay, good dice rolling. All right. That's all I can do. We'll fire him. We'll go Torrent. 2d6 auto hits with this one. And we'll go for Max Sword Knuckles with this. So we'll take his dice here and see if we can do 6 and 5 is 11 hits. Ouch.
Torrent strips cover, doesn't it?
It does. It's going to ignore cover. It's coming in at strength 5, so 3s to wound. He is useful enough, this Neuro Tyrant, so it's going to be AP -1, ignoring cover on 7 dice. So 7 saves of 5+. It's 2 damage at a time. The scout squad's in trouble. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. God, I didn't kill him. Okay. The missile launcher, keep him alive?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I've advanced my army, so I'm not going to be able to charge them. Interesting. What's the OC control on scouts?
Oh, they're not battle lines. They're only OC1, I think. Yeah, OC1.
Right. So I think we have control. We haven't got the wipeout. We do have control of this objective at this point. So this is going okay. Our secondaries here is secure no man's land. So going for no man's land objectives. It's the way this Tyranid army operates is the early grab. So this suits them well enough. And then storm hostile objective as well. So we're going for this objective across here. So far so good. Our secondaries are nicely on target at this stage. So I would say we haven't got any firepower options left to go after him, but we do. We have the new artillery units that are poised here at the back, ready to shoot. So we'll think about where to shoot, because we pretty much shoot at anything here. Apart from him, he's lone operative, but other targets are available here, so we'll think carefully about this one. So they're individual models, individual units, so I'm going to find them one at a time. I've got a bit of a tactical idea, perhaps I might use them for as well, but we'll think about this one. So we'll go for the first one here. We're going to go after him to try and get rid of him. So this is the number of shots. This is 2 shots. I need 4s. Right. I was going to say sustained hits against infantry, but I haven't. I've gone for lethals. Lethals against vehicles. We do get a wound, though. That's devastating. I've killed him.
Oh, you killed him.
So put him out of his misery. Yeah, it's 2 damage. So artillery piece has worked. Right, the other 2 I'm not going to shoot directly at targets. I'm going to, for the first time ever on the channel, I'm going to place some spore mines on the board. So the rules for that is seed spore mines once per turn in your shooting phase. When selected to shoot, 1 unit with this ability can use it instead of making any attacks with its ranged weapons. If it does, you can have 1 new spore mines unit from your army or to your army instead of anywhere on the battlefield that's wholly within 40 inches of this unit and more than 9 inches horizontally away. So it's the usual deep strikey type rules. You get 1 spore mine for each model and unit, so it's individual spore mines. But I'm going to use them not to shoot, but for area denial. Yeah, so I'm just going to place a few of these on the board. So I've placed 2. I've put 1 here. I'm wary of terminators and flankers and incept. A lot of stuff coming in. So I put this one here. It's going to create a denial zone around here. And I've also placed 1 just over there, another denial zone across there that may well hamper the Space Marines if I can keep them out of my territory, if that's possible. How to try and limit that if we can. So instead of shooting at targets, we've gone for the placement of spore mines on the board. Okay. And that's it. Shooting phase is finished. Charges, possibly. The Von Rein's Leapers could go for the charge here. I think it's worth a go. We'll see if that charge goes ahead. To get from there to there is 9-inch charge. We'll give it a go. We're out of range of Overwatch here, so we'll just tiptoe around that. We've rolled a 6, so that charge is not going to go ahead. I think that I will attempt the charge. Oh, is there a point to that? Go on then. Oh, we're 9. We're in.
Yeah, we're in.
Okay, charge goes ahead. Von Rein's Leapers go in. Yeah, oh how I wish I had the full squad, but it's just the 2. 12 attacks. We'll try and go for the... I'm not saying impossible. We'll go for something that's difficult here. Carl Roden. Tyranids player. Highly appropriate. Lots of 3+. Would be great. It ain't half bad. Strength 5. 3s to win. With Thanks, Kyle. 10 saves.
Oh dear.
Good for you. Good for you, Von Rein's Leapers. Good for you, Kyle. Now it's down to Michael to make some saves here. 10 of them. At AP -1.
Okay.
So it's 4s. There is a feel no pain with this character.
4s, yeah.
Oh, it looks good. Oh, man, it's a good roll. So he's dead, but there's the feel no pain of whatever it is. 5+ is a problem.
5+, yeah.
Okay, single 5+ to do it. It's bound to do it. Okay, right, take 3 wounds. He lives just about, but he's been gravely wounded here. He's probably enjoying the close combat, actually, to be honest, because he's an anti-Tyranid, a Tyranid hunting lieutenant. A veteran of the war against the Tyranids, but he's taken some heavy damage, but not dead. He still remains in the fight, and he can fight back now, of course. Michael's going to use a Patreon. Blood Angels Ryan here for these attacks.
So, yes. Whipping skill 2+.
2s. 6s are really useful. There's a 6.
1, 6.
That's sustained.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's anti-infantry 4+.
Okay. 4s then. Would have been 5s. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, just the 2.
No AP, 1 damage. Oh.
Yeah. We're still alive though. We've there's no model that's taken any damage, so I'll put some wounds on him. Absorb that damage. Okay, so they're fighting away against each other, no real wipeouts taking place. And I think that's about it here for the Tyranids. Not too bad. We've gone for the grab here on multiple objectives. That's worked out okay. We've got this one. We have the central objective. We have that one across there. But the units that have them are not particularly tough. So we can't say that we're fully established on these or secure at this stage. Both sides still have their reserves. Tyranids have their deep striking screamer killers. And then Michael has plenty of units to call upon here. Space Marines are yet to get fully involved in this game. We'll see what kind of reserves come in here. Things may well heat up on turn 2. We'll see what points have come in here for the Tyranids first. So points coming through. Storm hostile objective and secure no man's land achieved. They're worth a tasty 5 points each. So 10 points to 2. Tyranids have got themselves in the lead. But as mentioned already, it's a flimsy holding on to these central objectives. We know the main emphasis is going to be across there, so you can expect the battle to hot up over at that side of the board. But it's early stages here. We're going to the second turn of the game for the Space Marines as they seek to engage this Tyranid force more fully. Right, so turn 2 here for the Space Marines. Things are hotting up nice and quickly here. So we'll just cover all the movement here. These have obviously been brought in later on as reserves. The Terminators have turned up here. They're really going to go after this objective. Going to go after the monsters as well. There's points available for destroying the monstrous Tyranid units. Not on their own, though. They've been backed up by the Eradicators here at the back, which has created a good firepower support across here, which has affected me rapid ingressing with the Carnifex, or the Screamer Killer. Now, we have brought one in, but it's across the other side of the board. Heavy Intercessors have the Assault keyword. They get it anyway for being Salamanders, so they've advanced and got on top to lend further firepower support. Land Raiders here pushing forwards, disembarking with the aggressors and captain. Disengaging from close combat with the lieutenant, spreading out across here and swinging around. I don't even know if he's moved. He's not really done too much. Shifted a little bit. He's moved around a little bit there with the Gladiator Lancer. So this is the Space Marine front line running across here. Reserves coming in heavy, especially over on those flanks. There really is going to be a fight for this objective. There's something to observe about the game. We know this one's going to disappear on turn 4. The home objectives are irrelevant in this game. There is literally no point in holding them. As far as we're reading it here, you're only picking up points turn 2 onwards. Turn 2 and 3, it's for the no man's land objectives. Turn 4, no man's land objectives. At the end of the game, it's no man's land objectives as well. So there's literally no point in worrying about the home objectives for either of us. Both of us have camped out quite nicely on them, but it's completely irrelevant in this battle. So the end of the game is going to revolve around one objective on the board, and it's that one across there. So things are still heating up, but there surely must be a convergence towards that objective by both sides. So as you can see across the other side of the board, the Screamer Killer has arrived with intent to go after the Gladiator Lancer if it can survive. That weapon can, with a single round of firepower, bring that thing down, so we'll see if we can survive that. The other option I was looking at was to bring it down here with the option to move up 8 inches and then go in against Terminators. Ideal situation. I couldn't land too close because of the stretch of these. If I then placed the Screamer Killer here, the Lancer across the other side would have had line of sight towards it and then could have shot at me. So I feel the need to try and remove that Lancer if I can. So an opportunity's come up with Deep Strike next to that. See if we can survive, and then we'll go chasing it if we can on our next turn. So movement's done, apart from one thing. It's been declared. There's Overwatch going into these for a CP. Which I could use for a command reroll for a certain save across the other side of the board.
Or feel no pain.
I feel no pain, yeah. Oh, no. I haven't got a choice. I declared that Overwatch, so I have to go ahead with it. And now I've got no CP. Oh, no. Right, okay. Carry on. This better be good. Help me, Patreons. The artist formerly known as Vij. In times of trouble, call upon the Thousand Suns for help. 3. It's average. Oh, sorry.
It's 2d6.
It's 2d6, yeah, okay. 5 hits. Maybe -1 for Killer Terminator will be happy. Trying to wound you on 4s.
5, yeah.
Yeah, 3 saves of 3+. Yeah, 2 damage comes through, but it's not going to be enough to slay one of these Terminators here. I don't think that was worth the CP. 2 wounds placed onto this model. Trivial damage coming through here. So Michael's now free to go on to his shooting phase. This could be nasty. We'll see how effective the Space Marine firepower is.
So it's d6 + 1.
Yeah. So aggressors with their flamer weapons are going to go after the Lictor Perfect target to burn that thing out.
No, actually I can't.
Because?
Because I need to shoot them last. Sorry.
Sure.
Because the closest eligible target.
Oh,
-1
yes, for their
so
rules. Gotcha. Yeah, right, that's okay. No, there's a correct order to be done here. So we're going to go to the Land Raider. I've immediately called a Feel No Pain 5+ coming for free from him. The Twin Assault Cannon multi-mortars going into here. And then the Flamer Weapons, they're going to try and burn out the one-round sleepers.
Yes, so it's 2d6 plus 3 for the Flamestorm Cannons. Oof.
And Michael's committing these to Chris Heim, an Imperial Space Marine player.
So that's 6, so that's 12, 17.
It's good to see the Land Raider Redeemer is still a worthwhile unit to take.
So I'm within 12, so it's +1 strength, so it's strength 7 against toughness.
Toughness 5, 3 to wound, nice. Okay. It's Kentucky Fried Leaper coming.
It's -2, 2 damage.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
oh, wow, the Redeemer's amazing. Valiant attempt, but that's the wipeout. So destroyed with ease, burns out here very, very quickly. We're losing, oh, that's Amy Almo, Phoenix Lord. Remove from plate. Okay, so target destroyed. I love the Von Ryan Sleepers, but they can be taken out quite effectively. Firepower.
The multi-melter into...
Yeah, it comes 2 shots.
Reroll that for Oath.
Yeah, for moments on that target, so it's fine. That helps, yeah, great.
I'm not within 12, I don't think.
No.
No. So it's strength 9 against toughness.
11, I think. So 5s.
5s.
Got 1.
One is 4.
-4. Take an invuln save, which I will call upon a friend. Dan C. He's actually a Tyranid's player. He'll get me the 4+. There's nothing I can do about that, so whatever you're going to do, send it in.
4.
4. 5 ups for my Feel No Pain. Block 2. Interesting. 2 wounds taken. Dropping down to 12 wounds left.
Assault cannons.
Yep, Twin Assault Cannon. Oh, the firepower's superb. This is a highly disciplined Space Marine army.
5s. No, 6s.
6s, yeah.
6s.
Fishing for 6s. 20 length.
Yeah, and devastating as well.
Exactly, yeah. Go ahead. 6. Yeah. It's 2.
Mine.
Then re-roll them ones. Oh, please. 3. Feel No Pains we'll get with that. 5 ups. Yeah, block 1. The damage is trickling in here. Well, I wouldn't say trickling. It's coming in a good steady rate. There's some wounds taken on that beast. I can't recover those wounds. They are lost. Down to 10 wounds left.
Hunter Killer.
Oh, yes, of course. It's a very...
14. 3s.
It's a very accurate Land Raider hit.
No.
Oh, no wound. He's tempted to command reroll.
No, it's okay.
It's hard. It's hard. It's perhaps one of the tough decisions that Space Marine players have to make when they miss with a Hunter Killer.
Then just the Storm Bolter.
Okay.
Yeah. 6s.
Oh, please. Okay, you're right past. Good shooting. Well done. Down to 10 wounds left.
Okay.
So those 2 have shot. The wind did come through against the Screamer Killer, but we passed to save.
And then we'll do everything from the Lancer
Here it comes.
into the Carnifex.
Surely it must. Okay, here we go. So
we'll do the... Oh, yes. Who we've got?
the Michael Fryer dice.
Oh, yes.
He's going to take his own personal dice here to stack up this firepower. This is a very important moment in this battle to bring that Screamer Killer down. He'd rather not make contact with that thing, rather just destroy it at range using his own dice.
Oh, so 3s. Re-rolling one of them. Oh, nope. Go through. So 14.
I'm hoping one of these not working or not making it through. This is the roll. 3s to wound. Oh!
-4.
Yeah, so you've done your bit. So you've got a dice in hand to re-roll damage.
Yes.
Blast! I've got no Feel No Pain. Caught out here. We must pass one of these. If I pass both, we can go mad. And we'll give it to Tyranid players. Travis and Jen, they've come back to Patreon, and I will go for a save each. So the Jen save, 5+. Oh, and then Travis to try and save the day, or else we're doomed. No, I can't come and reroll, can't do anything. Over to you.
I'll reroll that one.
Sure. So we've got a total of 9 plus whatever
6.
it is. Plus 6.
Yeah.
15 damage. Take him off.
Does he explode?
Ouch. No, he does not. He just flops down.
Neat hole through the middle of him.
Ouch, yeah.
2 neat holes.
Yeah, 2. Right. Well done. Good shooting. I had a massive respect here for Gladiator Lancers. I'm planning to... I have the models, and I think I might get them painted up a bit quicker. 2 of them painted up. I have 2 of them on the way for the Red Scorpions. To be used exactly as you're seeing them here in this game. Firepower support from the back. It's proved exceptionally accurate and crazy damage coming through from those things. So Gladiator Lancers doing great work, or just one of them on the board has proved a real threat here. And that's firepower, of course, coming from Longbow BB, the Phoenix Lord allocated to that unit. So well done.
Who did he kill?
Oh, he brought down Chris Comiskey. Oh boy, that's not going to go down well in the group. Yeah, so target destroyed. Tartarus removed from play. Oh, the agony.
Now that I've removed them...
Can I just do something? Sorry.
Yes, yeah.
If I'd survived type thing.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
So I would have gone in with 10 attacks. So say the charge went ahead. This is what I would have got. So I'd have got a triple lethal hit.
Ooh.
Plus 2 others. And then tried to wound. So you'd have had those coming through at -2. So 4 saves at -2.
4 saves at -2.
So 5s. Would have blocked 1. Would have been 9 damage and you would have survived. That's interesting. Okay. Interesting. But that's not to be. That was just a hope of the future that never happened. Carry on. This is efficient stuff.
So the aggressors into the is it like the
Lictor, regular Lictor, yeah, to burn him out.
Now that they're gone, I get the -1 AP for the closest eligible target.
100% correct, yeah.
2, 4, 6. So it's D6 plus 1 for the flaming weapons.
Okay.
My maths is really bad. So it's what, 18,
20, 26.
26.
26 hits. Not twin link by any chance, are they? 18. Okay. Got a Lictor problem? Can you get their telephone number? Because if anyone has a Lictor problem, they can call them.
What's his toughness?
5 or 6, actually. They're tough enough. They're tough as 6.
Toughness 6. I'm only... I do go up a strength.
Yes.
It only goes up to 5.
Oh, so actually strength 4?
Yeah, that's
Stand.
strength 4.
Oh, right.
So it'd be 5 to wound.
5 to wound, though.
Re-rolling.
Twin links, yeah. Okay. There is lots of 5s and 6s. I can see them, yeah. There's plenty. Oh, boy. We go. You can't survive that.
It's not my dice.
Isn't it? Oh, okay.
Oh. Is it not? Oh, I think so.
I don't know. Yeah. 16. 16. At -1.
Yeah.
So 5 ups. Need a miracle. We'll try, but it's nowhere near enough. Target destroyed. That's another Phoenix Lord here. Brutally murdered by the Space Marines. That's JP gone. Lictors, I rate them. They're very useful, but not when they're caught out in an ambush like that. Well done. Burnt them out. So well done. That's the centre of the board cleared. Well. Okay.
And then next, I think we'll go for the heavy intercessors.
Yep.
Into
the Malceptor. Yeah, it's feel no pain continues, but every wound counts here. So Michael will fire. So heavy bolt of firepower in 4s, 3 shots. I think you're sustained.
I am.
An extra hit.
1, yeah. So that goes in.
6 is to win that.
6 is. Yes. Nothing.
Okay.
And then the heavy bolt rifles are 2 shots each. 8, 2, 4, 6.
8 shots. Yeah. Okay.
And then 6s.
So they're on 3s because they're the assault keyword. A wound makes it through. -1, if I remember rightly, which we failed, and I'll try and feel no pain it, which we do. Okay. All right, so this thing's surviving quite well. I think we have some range here. We'll check what kind of stuff's going on. Michael's cautious about firing into these to then lose that bodyguard and extend the range for the charge, so he's conscious of that. He'd rather keep the 9-inch charge available and maybe shoot at something else. Strong units on this flank. Units in the middle that Michael has are very good on Overwatch, so they're creating danger areas. It's dangerous to operate, let alone try and charge into these units. So it's an interesting choice of units here. But firing this squad, Stormbolters, don't want to go into here, going to try and pick off wounds from the Malceptor.
So I'll go with the Librarian first. He's going to do Smite.
Mm-hmm.
So it's D6 shots. 6.
Michael's using the Lucas dice for all of this firepower coming from this unit.
So that's 6 shots from Librarian. It is 3s. I get re-rolls. Yeah, because it's a shooting attack, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
And he's got sustained hits 1.
Fine. 2 more dice added in.
Does it count for psychic attacks?
Yeah, sustained, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't see one up.
The whole unit gets sustained hits 1.
Oh.
On the Librarian, that's one of his abilities.
Oh, right.
It's strength 5, so it's...
Whoa, I think you're on 6s.
Yeah, 6s. So
Yeah, because we're toughness 11.
Yeah.
Whoa, our toughness protects us. Yeah. Okay, good against infantry perhaps, but against this beast, the attacks bounce off.
Yeah. So we'll go for...
We're Psychic 2, actually. We're in the same club.
Oh, okay. We'll go for the Stormbolters then.
Yep.
From the Terminators. Oof,
3s.
Need at the moment there.
Okay.
1 sustained for the 6. So far.
Yeah, because it's across the unit. And 3s. Great recovery. And it's going to be 6s again for wounds.
1, 2, another 3 sustained.
Yeah, of course. Add them in, yeah. Nice. Librarian's not too bad in addition. Got some. There's a couple of 6s coming through.
Just 2.
3 ups. 1 snuck in. 5 up, feel no pain. Blocked again. Ooh, Malceptor's surviving here.
And then the assault cannons.
Yeah, 12 shots total. 6s are good again. Couple of sustained.
Just 2.
Take away the misses. 1 there.
Those 2 will go back in with the...
Fine, yeah, go ahead. It's fine, yeah.
And then 6s are devastating.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, there's 2.
2.
And maybe those 2. Unless we're I think we're toughness 11. If you're strength 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got 2 more wounds. So 2 more regular wounds. Block both of those. And 2 feel no pains. Blocked 1. All right. Feel no pain really has helped this unit. Drop it down to 9. Still in pretty good shape. Okay, so that's the situation with them.
Everything's fired that can fire.
Okay.
That's it.
Charges.
Charges. Terminators into...
9-inch charge.
9-inch charge. With a CP, because I'm... Oh yes, who we're going to go for? Who's another Imperial player?
But we're getting through them. There's there's Longbow here. Blood Angels.
Who gets really angry?
Oh boy. Well, there's the Raycross.
Oh, the Raycross dice, yes.
The Raycross dice, if you're that annoyed. Yep. Yeah. Okay, here it comes.
CP on hand. Nope.
No, let's go for the Ray reroll. Here it comes. 9 inches required. Ah, he's got a 10. Oh no, Terminators. Uh-oh, that objective's fallen. We'll send them in, but this is a good result here. The command reroll helping out just in the nick of time, thanks to Raycross. So this charge has gone in. Michael's just going to do his 3-inch pylon move now, just to get more models in contact. I think most of them will get to fight here. Now, they'll smash the bodyguard, but can they get through and destroy the Neurotyrant is the question. So Michael's going to save the fists here to try and get through to him. So I think the sergeant with the sword and the librarian first.
Yes. So he's got 4 attacks, the librarian. 3+.
Okay.
And no sustained. And then strength 6 against their... What's the...
Toughness 3, 2s.
2. -1, d3 damage.
That's enough. Just little dogs. Little alien type dog things. But they'll give their lives first to protect the mother. Or their brother, whatever it is.
And then the sergeant's 4 attacks. 4. And sustain, so that one can go back.
Of course, it's for shooting and close combat.
Yeah, it just says...
Yeah, no, it's fine. I believe it. It's fine.
fine.
Librarian's not too bad a choice.
Those have a sustain hits 1 ability.
Cool.
Strength 5. Toughness 3, so... No. 3. Lots 82.
Will do. Okay.
And then it is...
Down to the fists.
3... 5... How many attacks is it? 3 attacks.
9. It can't be 9. 7, which is 21 attacks with fists. So the first 5 that make it through will wipe the bodyguard, and the rest will have to go onto the Neurotyrant.
21, yeah.
21 attacks.
And on 3... And it's sustained.
The good thing about Michael's list, he's got units that he can send into the fray because they are tough and dependable, like the aggressors across there. Solid units, send them in. Terminators, solid, send them in. Eradicators to back them up. These units you can send into the thick of the fighting here. They're not flimsy units at all. And whilst I've been talking, these are the hits that have come through, plus some sustained being added in. So with the bodyguard, it's going to be 2s to wound. All of them. Right. We got problems.
15.
15. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take 10 and just remove these 5, which will absorb the first 5 successes coming through, because I think your fists are at least...
Damage 2, -2.
Perfect, yeah, so that takes them off. So then I'll go with the Neurotyrant. I'll go to my 4+ invulnerable save. The odds are against me here. Michael's rolled well.
Yes.
And if the odds are against me, then I shall try and sway the odds here with the Dave Humphreys Tyranid dice. And just to be clear, I'm just saying that figuratively. These dice are just normal dice. There's no, there's no funny stuff going on, as you can see. Oh, dear. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh boy. 16 wounds. Destroyed. He's a Phoenix Lord Assassin. Another one's gone. Ben Shaw, removed from play.
Who was leading the squad? Ray Cross.
It's Ray Cross, Angry Ray Cross with the Terminators. Ray, he's in a happy zone here if Ray's the leader of this Terminator team. Well done. Smashing his way through all in his path and taking by force the objective over on this flank. Okay, well, Typhon will not be pleased with that. That's good fighting, efficient stuff from the Space Marines. Well done to them. It's been a very, very good turn. Reserves have arrived just at the right point in time. Eradicating Tyranid units, reclaiming 2 objectives on the board. So, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of high fives going up here around the team for a job well done here. Space Marines looking strong on the board. There's no doubt about that. End of turn?
2, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So we'll calculate points, give you an update on the score. It's interesting, the way this has worked out. Points coming in is low. 3 points picked up for destroying the Screamer Killer across the other side. But none of the fixed secondaries coming through. And nothing for primaries at the start of the turns. Actually, the Tyranids remain in the lead for their early points grab. The score is 10 points to 5. With this Tyranid list, and as has been demonstrated in this game, it's not a particularly tough army, but we can use cunning and subtlety to try and rake in points, which is what the Tyranids have done. They've got themselves ahead, and they've stayed ahead with a turn in hand. But toughness will start to push us back and wipe out stuff as we're seeing. So there's like a race against time. I know my army will eventually start to wither in front of these Space Marines. But can we rake the points in? Can we counter punch here against the Space Marines? Is the question. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Tyranids. It looks like the Space Marines are in the ascendancy here, but it's still really, it's quite early stages in the game. We'll see what secondaries come up, see what points the Tyranids can bring in, because at the end of the day, it's points that will win you the battle. We're going to turn 2 for the Tyranids coming up next. Okay, this game's a weird one, but that's the theme behind this Tyranid army. It's not quite what you'd expect with them. We've had a Hive Tyrant that's turned around and headed off in the other direction. Secondaries for the Tyranids: extend battle lines, assassination. We dumped another one which came up. We draw 3 and pick 2. So these 2 kill characters, which I think I can do possibly. Extend battle lines, which is hold the home objective. So home objectives are relevant, are useful if you're running the random secondaries. So we need it in this case. So I was almost tempted to remove the objectives from the table. That would have been silly because you do need them for secondaries and so on. So hold a home objective, hold a no man's land objective. Tyranids have actually picked up 5 points for the control of that objective across there. So we are keeping ahead of the Space Marines here, and secondaries seem to be proving quite strong for us at this stage. Now we are on the back foot. We've taken heavy damage. We've killed 5 scouts. Michael's destroyed the Leapers, the Neuro Tyrant and Protective Squad. A Screamer Killer's gone, and a Lictor. So casualties are heavy. We've pushed through, trying to tempt Michael to go for Overwatch, but he hasn't here with the Malceptor. Michael's on 2 CP, tried to prize him away with one of those to prevent any interrupt plays for close combat, but he didn't take the bait, so he's left that one as it is. Across here, my options with the Hive Tyrant was to go in against these, which usually you would do. If I go against them, I kill a few, and then I'm locked into a close combat. The danger is that there's a supporting unit pushing up, and then I'm in massive trouble. And what's the point? This objective's going to disappear soon. And we know the main focus is across the other side. So obeying the will of the hive mind and not his basic instincts, he's turned around, Typhon, and is heading off in that direction. So playing tactically as opposed to going for bloodlust here at this point. Artillery's remained where it is. Gaunts have tucked in closer to the terrain. The warriors have come to the edge of the corner but not rounded the corner, being cautious of Overwatch. And then across the other side, a bit of movement here. Gaunts have stretched themselves out across here. So Tyranid's using all the cunning that they can, just trying to shut down deep strikers. You can see those at the corner of the building, poised and ready to go in for the charge. A slight adjustment here from Death Leaper, but still on the objective. Then across here, it's weird because this little spore mine is dangerous enough. If the charge goes in, it could cause a mortal wound or more. And then here we've moved this Tyrannocyte out. And then in bitter revenge, occupying exactly the same place as Tartarus, Hades has arrived here. In the same place, looking for the 9-inch charge on our turn to see if we can go ahead. Michael's still making a decision about whether to go for Overwatch or not. No. It is not. I would have been desperate to try it. We can do a what-if scenario. Yeah, go ahead. He'll kick himself if you're old. Oh, that's okay. Go ahead, yeah. No, all right, so he's happy enough. And this one's landed just here as well. We know the emphasis is going to be on this objective. In the long run for this game, so Tyranids are going to make their efforts across this side of the board. And I guess one of the advantages, because we're pulling away from this side, kind of making some of these heavy units potentially redundant in the game, leaving them across the other side of the board. So, played against James. He calls it cowardice. We call it cunning. Could be a mixture of the two. I don't know. We'll see. Movement's done. We'll go on to shooting next. Tyranids do have some options. So with the Tyrannocyte, first of all, it's going to put its firepower in range. So we can go after that lieutenant. So it's going to be 5 shots. Damage 2. With Tyrannocyte bioweapons, yeah. And we need 4s. So 5 shots need 4s. Strength 5, -1. 2 damage. So I suppose it's tricking it for Armor of Contempt. Because he's got
stealth, yeah.
He's got stealth, -1 further then. 5 then for hits. 6s would be amazing. And we get a hit. Okay. We do get a wound, strength 5.
Toughness 3, yes.
Goes through. -1 in the open, so 4 up. I passed. We've got to break the Space Marines. We've got to break Michael's dice rolling as well in this game. All right, we'll press on. The other Tyrannocyte, we'll go for him again. He's actually in range. 5s, though. Okay. I was going to say sustain, but it's not. It's lethal against vehicles. So drop to dice. We'll go for 3s to wound. And we do get 2. 2 saves are 4+. Blocked 1. That's 2 damage. So
down to 1 because of Adamantine Mantle. So it gets -1 to damage.
Okay.
Feel no pain.
Feel no pain. What a trick. He's passed. I get particularly annoyed by that character. He's a nightmare to try and deal with. He evades Tyranids with expert skill, there's no doubt about that. But we'll vomit on him with the Screamer Killer. So the Bioplasmic Scream, it is in range. It's D6 plus 3 shots. Surely we'll get him. Ooh, right, okay. And give me a friend. Nate Miller, the patron saint of this Tyranid force. 5s and 6s for hits. Oh, righty. 4. It's going to be 3s to... it's going to be 2s to win. Because I think we're strength 8. Yeah, 2s. Right. 4 saves minus 2 this time. I think he can claim cover.
Oh, yeah, because it's going through.
4s. Okay.
It's damage.
Damage 1.
Damage 1. So,
2 feel no pains. Surely this is the... Oh, we got him. Finally, we got him. All right, so
that's
target destroyed.
Mephisto.
Surviving well, but finally succumbing to Tyranny of Firepower. It took a whole flank's worth of stuff to go after him. I've gone after that model because we've got Assassination, you see, so we're trying to kill a character here for secondaries, just trying to keep those points flowing in. Okay. Fire the gaunts across the other side. Strangleweb for 5 auto hits. 5s to win. Crazy. Those 2 are devastating.
Yep.
And then this one is a normal wound, save of 3+. No, killed a model. That's what I didn't want to happen because it could stretch a charge range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't bad.
O'Halloran, Field Marshal, Robert.
Oh, Robert's been slain. Oh, no. He's been picked off. Bravery at the front of the ranks. Then he died. It happens. He's been picked off here. This is you couldn't. It's all characters and it's all named autarchs here, so there's not much you can do about it. One of the Battle Brothers has been slain. I wasn't banking on that happening. That's too efficient there because that's now going to stretch our charge. But anyway, we'll go for 4 flesh borer shots, and nothing coming through from them. Checking the flesh borer, strength 4. It's not in strength 5, so the 5 to wound is correct. So everything's been done correctly, we believe. Going to shift the artillery firepower. It's going to go across here against the vehicle in the corner, the gladiator. So we'll call upon a bombardier here. Chris Comiskey, his dice are extreme, which is what we need. First one, D3 shots. So 2. We need 4s. See? Extreme. Next. We've touched the Comiskey dice, so we have to use it. We'll keep going here. Average, okay, 2 shots. A hit. A 6.
Oh, 6.
Got 1. Devastating wounds, 2 damage.
2 damage.
Straight up.
Wounds 12.
Drops to 10. Yeah, use a red. One of those. Okay. Well, that'll do. We'll keep going. Number of shots. 2 again. That's a lethal, which means you'll go to a save, actually. Yep. Rather have gone for devastating and then try and wound you over 6. No. All right, so save here of +1 because it's indirect, -1, back to 3. Yeah. Ooh, it's come through. 2 more wounds come through, dropping down to 8. Okay, artillery has proved useful. 4 wounds stripped away from that vehicle. Firepower from this is going to go... Oh, boy. We'll think about this one. There's multiple targets for us to try and go after. We're just chewing through. This is a big one. So we're going to fire him into there. My reasoning being I could go across here and try and... This is a prime target. I could go after them, kill a few. But then if they're kind of redundant out of the game, I'm hoping, then maybe fire at something else. I could go after those. But sticking to the plan of trying to go for assassination. So if I weaken these and the warriors make it in, I could try and go for that captain, try and bring him down and try and remove a unit that's got a massive potential to go after that objective across there. So I'm going to try and stick to the tactical side of things. I'm going to shoot into those. Michael's got 2 CP. Interrupt play or Armour of Contempt.
Is that the last unit to...
I think that's the last of the shooting. Just looking around, there's nothing else.
So I've got 1 CP for Armour of Contempt and then 1 CP for Overwatch.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. The Overwatch, of course. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll spend the 1 CP for
Armour
of Contempt
Okay.
on that squad.
Tough choices in this game. So we'll go for number of shots. I'm going to commit this to the most Tyranid player there is. Vagabond. Six. Right. Now this is nasty, but Armour of Contempt, thankfully, has been played, which will make a big difference. D6 plus 3. And it's a blast weapon, so an extra 1 on top of that.
Yep.
So now looking at 3s.
Strength 6, yeah.
Oh, this is hitting.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, no, it's not torrent. Yeah.
It's not torrent.
So now we'll try and wound you. So the strength is strength. If it's strength 12, this will be good. It's strength 10, so it's going to be 3s to wound. And it's not half bad. All right, so 6 in total. Cover. Armour of Contempt takes you back to your normal armour save of 3+. Each one is damage 3.
Okay.
Which is a big roll here. You've got 3 helpers.
Yes.
One of them is Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, an Imperial Fists player.
Yes, we'll have him.
He says, caution, do not use if it's a possible negative result.
No, I can't do that.
Do you want to use his dice?
No.
You're going to use it? Okay, he's warned you. So that was
so it's 3 ups, and then the captain's ability, I can turn a failed
right, yeah.
into a 6.
Oh, well, that's very good.
See if I can help. So I'll turn that one
into a 6.
Into 6.
And block the whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm going home. That could have been really good, but that's Armour of Contempt. His ability, plus a bit of cover, has turned disaster into 100% save rate there. Well done. And that's once per phase, per turn.
Once per turn.
Yeah. Very good. Turn, yeah. So you done it on your turn?
Yeah.
You've done it now, done it on my turn. Yeah. All good. Shooting's finished. We're going to charges next.
Do
Overwatch.
Everything from the Redeemer into him.
Okay, I've declared a charge into both targets. Michael's then going to use his CP to Overwatch.
I still have Oath of Moment on him, didn't I?
You do.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So we'll start with the multi-melter.
Oh, okay. Oh, Snake Eyes. God. There comes a point in the game when the good dice burn out. Let's hope it's now.
We'll go for the assault cannon.
6s, rerollable. There's 1. There's 2.
And 5s.
5s, yeah. Oh, a 5 and a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Devastating.
it is, yeah. So that goes through, and then I'll try and make a save here. And okay, right. So we drop down to 8. Okay, and we're coping, but another wind comes through.
And then the Stormbolter.
Stormbolter.
4s now because I'm
Range, yep.
in range. Yeah.
6s, rerollable. And then 6s.
Nope.
Okay,
Right, Flamestorm cannons.
here it comes. Oh, these are damage 2.
T6 plus 3 for each one.
It's a really good result, and these are all 2 hits.
15.
15 hits.
15.
Oh, I'm in trouble. What's the AP minus on this?
12.
Could be.
AP2.
It is AP2. I'll be taken to my invuln save.
Strength 7.
5 swooned. Rerollable.
Can't reroll.
Because?
They're not twin linked.
They're not twin linked.
No.
Oh. It's all down to this roll then.
Yes.
He's going to grab a Patreon. There's 2 left. There's Longbow BB.
Yeah.
Blood Angels.
Okay.
Firepower Man. Oh, it's a good roll. Oh, I snatched the Longbow BB dice just at the very edge there and has got an amazing result. We're looking at 8 wounds.
8 wounds.
4+. On average roll I'll die. I need slightly above average. It's time to call upon the Xenos dice. And I'll use the last Patreon for this. We'll let the Patreons decide our fate here. It's Michael German, Eldari Raven Guard, Chaos Space Marine player. 4 ups. Dead. And even if I command reroll, I'm dead. Space Marines. God, do we detonate? We do not, but target destroyed. Ouch. Oh. Alright, yeah, I just had to check the rules there for encephalic diffusion ability here, but it's -1 to wound roll if you're below your starting strength, which the Land Raider isn't, so that's all fine. That's gone through totally, and model was removed from play. But target destroyed on Overwatch. Ouch, that Redeemer's a nasty unit for sure, but doing its job. Look on the lookout for rampaging Tyranid monsters, and it's brought one down on Overwatch, protecting the Space Marines. Good work. We've drained the Space Marines of their CPs. We've got one left.
Does that bring it down as well?
Well, yes, you've destroyed a monster, so Michael's actually going to pick up points for that as a reward as well. So good stuff here from the Space Marines. We'll charge with the Warriors. Just going to go for this. Here we'll charge around the corner and jump over with the flying model. Something like a 7 would be very good. We get a 5. That's not going to be enough. I'm going to spend a CP. The way the game's flowing, I've got a bad feeling about this. We roll in hope of an 11. We've got a clash. All right. Right, so this charge is taking place. 11-inch charge. So we've got a real classic smash up there taking place. Now, Armour of Contempt has been used, so we have to fight just relying on the armour there. If we can get through, because they're toughness 6, we're strength 5. But anyway, we'll go for the Screamer Killer. So Hades with the charge to go against that tank if we can. It's a straight up roll. Pure Xenos dice, no kind of rerolls, no kind of Patronic help, just a pure roll. 10. Boy, oh boy, it goes in. Yeah, send him right round with a scream. In he goes. There it is. We'll zoom in so you can see. But Screamer Killer goes in against the target. There's still 8 wounds to try and remove. Every little helps, as they say. So we'll send in the Tyrannocyte as well. Just hop over the boundary, 6 inches. So that can hop over and then just land into the other corner. That'll do. No, we'll take that. Okay. Tyranid units going on the aggressive here. Fighting desperately because they know the hive mind tells them that that is the area of importance on the board. So they're going to fight desperately to try and secure that area, try and drive the Space Marines back as much as possible. So playing the cunning battle here for the Tyranids, we'll go on to close combats. No fear of interrupt play. We'll go on to combat resolution. So we know auto use for Armour of Contempt on here to protect the Marines. It can only be done on that unit, so Michael will use that one. We'll go for the Screamer Killer first of all, over in that corner. 7, 6, 2. No, we'll go for the Tyrannocyte first. Sorry about this, but we'll just go see if we can cause a bit of damage with this first of all. So just 5 attacks and 4s. 6s are great. We've got a lethal. And a hit, and we'll try and wound, which we don't. So this is -1, it's 2 damage. It does go through. I was hoping it would because it would drop Michael down to 6, which means we need 2 successful rolls with the Screamer Killer instead of 3. So we'll now turn to the Screamer Killer with his 10 attacks. 6 is useful. Our Patreons have all been burnt up. So it's straight up roll. And I can see 2 lethals coming through. Now we'll try and wound on 3s with the other 4. Oh, it's trouble. 6 have made it through. These are at -2, 3 damage each time. The tank's in trouble. I don't think I get it in this game, but we've made it. Unless it's an amazing roll, it's good. But no. Yep. Got him. Does it detonate? It does not. All right, but Gladiator destroyed. From revenge, I would say that you killed his brother, so no wonder.
Fair's fair.
Fair's fair. So a bit of sweet revenge in that corner. All right, we've got ourselves a tasty game here. Space Marines are strong, Tyranid cunning, and some brutal attacks from them taking place. The game is livened up. Tyranids fighting back here viciously. All right, so Tyranid warriors, they're all in. We'll do half of the attacks. We'll go for the reroll 1's ability in 3s. Okay, 6s are sustained from the prime. So we'll add in another 6. So far, so good. We'll try and wound on 5s though. So overall, these will be -1 because of Armour of Contempt. We'll just go to Twin Linked. Okay, the wounds are coming through. There's 10 saves here of 4+. It's only damage 1. every aggressor slain is important here because the warriors won't stand much chance
4 up.
when the response comes. 4 pluses, yeah. Alright, looks like we've killed 2.
Dead. 2 dead, yeah.
2 dead so far. Right. It's quite efficient. It's not bad. I doubt we're going to get through to the captain. We'll go again. So a nasty combat. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what's going on. But that's the fight that's taking place. And Tyranid Warriors in Leviathan colour scheme. It is a classic, even with a Space Marine 2 computer game pose. Here we go. We'll reroll our ones. I don't think this is looking as impressive. Okay. Now take away the 1s and 2s. We'll add in a couple of sustains. And we'll try and wound on 5s. So toughness is really helping out.
Yeah.
But twin linked is helpful. Not as much, not as much. It's only 7 saves this time. 7 saves of 4+. We might be able to bring down 1 more of these. It's good rolling. But it's enough to kill 1. Just about. It's another 1 slain. Okay. Michael can call out the fallen brothers.
Sam Hermes.
Sam Hermes slain.
Ben Harris.
Ouch.
Midnight Minis. Yeah,
Robert as well. Oh, they're all dying together here in this fight for the central objective. Oh, and just to clarify, this is not called, what did you call it? A baby?
It's a flying baby.
Flying baby. No. It's an Amorium cherub, it's called.
It's my little girl. My little girl in the 41st millennium is now a cherub with a...
I would say the Amorium cherub has more of a grimdark feel to it than the flying baby. Anyway, we'll go on to the Prime. Now, he's damaged 2, but his AP's not as good. So 6 6s would be great. All right, well, they've all hit with a sustained. And then we'll try and wound. I wonder if he's strength. He is strength 6 with the talons. So these will be 4s. Not twin link, though. And he hasn't done half bad. Right. So what we've got here is AP -1, which will be cancelled out. So you're going to go to 3 up saves. I would... 5 of them, yeah. No, I'm just thinking on...
Is it damage 2?
It's going to be 3 up no matter who ends up with those wounds.
Oh, okay.
So you can just roll them all together. Yeah, 2 damage.
Oh, 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is an important enough roll, this one.
3 ups then.
Oh, ouch. Right,
So
it's enough to
killed
slay 1
one,
and put 2 wounds on another. Okay, the damage has been heavy enough, not the wipeout. And Dan C.
Dan C, yeah.
Okay, so we've got 1 battle brother left who will fight on behalf of the other fallen brethren, which is Dylan Moore, yeah, brother Moore, fighting away. And the captain himself, which is, oh, it's you. Oh no, Michael Fry himself here. Okay. Okay, I think Michael would rather be here than there, if you had a choice. All right.
If I had a choice, probably a captain in Gravis armor is probably what I'd want to be.
Solid. Oh, yeah. Solid choice.
We'll do the last guy then.
Yeah, we're going to go straight on to attacks coming back. So I've just done a quick consolidation move. We've locked them in. This is going to be a fight to the bitter end here between these units. Who's attacking you? Sorry, I just want to see who it is.
It is
BP.
Dylan Moore is...
Yes, the unit's being run by BP Wargaming here, one of the Phoenix Lords.
So 3 attacks. Hit on 3s.
Okay.
And strength 8. Toughness
3s.
3. 2.
Got the 2, well done.
-2 for 2.
Saves a 6+.
Oh.
Come on.
Just when you needed them.
Down to the captain.
He's got 5 attacks.
No pressure. Yeah, 5 fist attacks, I think, and 3 with a chainsword if you run him the same as me. Yeah, okay. Captain. And he's semi-isolated here. Other units are some distance away.
So, 2s. And then 3s.
Okay. Fist is -2.
Yep.
6s. Got him. Right, so that's going to slay a warrior.
2 damage each.
2 damage each, yeah. And then it's going to put 2 wounds on another. The chainsword could be enough to finish off another one.
3 extra attacks. 3.
Yeah. If I remember rightly, this is a damage 2 chainsword as well.
It is, yeah. So 2s.
So far, so good.
Strength 4.
5s.
So 5.
So it stops right there. But a warrior slain, wounds on another. That melee will continue. But Tyranids surround that target. Okay. So very interesting turn indeed. A lot of momentous events are taking place. But Tyranids, a surge from them. There's no doubt about it. That the hive mind kicking in, directing them to go for the most effective kills that they can. It's paid off for them. The vehicle's been destroyed. They've smashed into the aggressors here, and they're now after the captain, but he fights back bravely, bringing one of the warriors down. Perhaps needing rescue. Units across here, isolated, but they can move across. Perhaps even a move and potentially a charge across here might be an option, or you can go hunting Typhon himself. So Terminators are certainly not out of the fight. They can start moving across the board here. But Tyranids, they've got themselves back in the fight, and I don't know if they've equaled up, because we've taken heavy casualties in this game, but they've caused damage in return. But tactically, Tyranids looking stronger on the board, and I think there's going to be some further points coming in. We'll give you an update on the score. The points have been coming in for both sides. Michael's picked up further points for destroying the Malceptor, and also the Neuro Tyrant and the Screamer Killer. Plus the other 2 for secondaries from turn 1 is 10 points. Tyranids have picked up 5 points for extend battle lines, 5 points for assassination for destroying that lieutenant, and then 5 points because we started the turn on one of the No Man's Land objectives. So 25 points to 10. Tyranids are 15 points ahead, but still it's semi-early stage of the game. We've gone to the middle stage of the battle. Turn 3 coming up next for the Space Marines. They've got to continue to destroy Tyranids, which they'll get points for, and there's some potential targets. The floating eggs are worth 3 points each, but also it must be pivotal, that objective across there. So Space Marines need to think about that also. This flank's been claimed by the Imperium, there's no doubt about that, but it's that flank over there which is the key in this game. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Space Marines coming up next. So on turn 3 here for the Space Marines, if you enjoy our games, you want to help support the channel, unlock bonus content, there's other perks depending on what level you join, then do join us on YouTube channel membership. Link for that in the video description below, or you can go to the channel homepage, hit join. The most popular will be Aspect Warrior level. When you join us on there, you can join us on the Discord page. It unlocks all the bonus content that we have, including battle reports. The idea is every Friday we do a battle report each week, so you can look forward to that. And then for YouTube channel members at Aspect Warrior level or above, we do a bonus 5th battle report on the same scale as you see here. So you get the bonus content. It helps support the channel. This channel exists and survives because of channel membership. Michael's a member.
Yeah.
And he likes it, he says. So you could join us on membership, whatever level. Michael's at the top there at Phoenix Lord level. There's the Autarchs. They can join the ranks of regular units. Different perks revealed. You can check it out. It gives you all the perks involved for the different levels. But do support us if you can. It's much appreciated. And it helps us keep the channel running and the content flowing. Right, important roll coming up here. Desperate breakout test. 2 dice, 1s and 2s will be slain models. Oh, they've escaped. All right, so they managed to push their way through the ranks of warriors. And Michael can now make an escape. It's 5 inches or 6, isn't it, in the rules, I think?
Yeah.
So they'll get away. Whichever direction he wants to go. We'll let Michael choose. Doesn't matter which way he goes, but he has escaped.
Okay. Here.
Yeah.
They've dropped down. They've dropped down to do the action, and they've come across.
Yeah, I forgot about these reserves. There's extra reserves to the Space Marines. Their full force hasn't been on the board until now. So meteoric descent means they can ignore the 9-inch bubble from this. Very good. Turning up on this flank. For your fixed secondary, deploy teleport homers. That's what you're doing, isn't it? In my deployment zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Right, so that's the purpose for those. Yeah. Then we have Terminators. They've advanced, but they're Salamanders. They could still shoot. These have advanced as roll a 1 though, so slow progress, but Michael's still in control of this objective. Holding position here to lend some firepower support. We've seen the desperate breakout take place, all went according to plan, and they ended up shifting across in that direction. Land Raiders is in a position to fire away at different targets. These have landed on the home objective to provide some firepower support to help the infiltrators. And over moments gone on to that Screamer Killer. Michael would rather see that thing removed from play. Okay, so that's movement done. Shooting phase next.
Into the warriors.
Warriors. Right. Terminators into the warriors. Plate rapid regeneration on them. I know they're going to be a prime target this turn, so 5+ feel no pain granted to them.
We'll do smite, but we'll do focus witchfire. So that'll be a hazardous and devastating wounds.
Okay.
So D6 number of shots.
Deal 5s off to a good start.
5. 3s. Ugh.
Okay. And oath wasn't put on those.
No, it's put on
Yeah, it's gone onto the Screamer Killer.
And then strength 6.
3s to wound.
Ugh.
No.
And then hazardous.
No, alright.
We'll do the...
Casualties are light. This is why the game's still not over yet for the Space Marines. Light casualties. Tyranids, not the heaviest, but heavier for sure.
we'll do the assault cannons next.
Yep.
And then 2 more. And then strength 6.
Michael added a couple extra dice for sustained. Librarian.
3 now. Strength 6.
All right, yeah, go for it.
And that's a devastating.
Yep.
So 4.
Any minus on this?
No minus.
So I'll take my 4 up and go to cover, which will be 3s. So 3 make it through, and I'll go to 5 up for no pain. Which has helped immensely already. 2 passed, 1 wound taken, which is enough to slay that model though. So there is a model slain. Okay, so removed.
So there's 2, 4, 4, 8, 12.
So Michael's seen the potency of the warriors. He wants them gone. Don't blame him.
26.
We had to sneak them around the corner to keep their numbers alive. They're best delivered at full strength, as we've seen, the potency of them. Michael doesn't want them to strike again.
This is the Terminators.
Regular firepower from the Terminators in 3s. That's a ridiculous amount of 6s. It's very accurate firepower.
1, 2, 3,
4, yeah. 5, 6, 7.
7.
7 extra hits coming through. Librarian's paying his points here.
And
5s to wound though.
yeah.
Well, your rules.
Within 12.
Yeah.
For units within 12.
It's for all weapons, not just flamer.
Yeah, just all range weapons. So
Alright.
4s.
4s then. It's making a difference. I'm going to get 10 dice at minimum ready. And I'll get 15 ready. Lines away, and a couple more to go. Looks about 15, doesn't it? 5, 10, 13. So I go to 3 ups.
Oh,
Crazy.
really good.
Whoa. And then 5 ups for the insult here. Ha! 1 wound. Tyranid warriors. Right, we must go for... Got to be careful about coherency here. So we'll go for... Sorry, but it's going to go onto this model here. It's Casper Kempf, one of the Autox.
We'll then go for the Land Raider.
Yeah.
So the Storm Bolters and the
Twin Assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Multi-Melter into them. Just the Flamestorm into them. So everything else just splitting up.
Sure. Mike would approve.
Split fire. So D6 plus 3 for each one of the Flamestorm. So that's 5. No, that's 6.
6 and 5.
Yep.
11 hits.
11 hits. 2, 4, 6, 10, 11. Now these are strength 7.
3s to wound. This is the nasty hit here. We're bracing ourselves for this one. We're not going to get cover. We've got no models in cover.
So
6 wounds have come through.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. Oh.
2 damage.
And 2 damage. Oh, 6s. Blocked 1. Can't complain. And then 2 damage at a time.
Yeah.
Right, so got to be careful about this one, just for the way the models work out. So we'll stack these out like so. So I have a model on a wound, so I'm going to try and feel no pain him, which we don't, so he dies. We'll just keep this right, so it's Casper Kemp gone. And that wound can go, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll take these 2 for the next model. None, oh no. And that's all those wounds will be absorbed on the one model that's slain. We'll go to this one, and it's just got to play it this way. Just let me think now, because we've got to be careful about coherency. Even though I want to be on the objective, we've got to be careful. Yeah, coherence is all right. We're okay. We'll take the last 4 wounds and put it onto the next model. We don't keep him alive. He's gone as well. So it has been effective. Not the wipeout, but another warrior slain. That's Itamiara. It's one of the autocs removed. So the squad's been picked on. Not wiped out. The prime remains and 1 warrior. There's still firepower to come.
Yes, the multi-melter.
This is an important role.
What's his name? Hades.
Hades. Gut B in command.
Raise. Yep.
2 hits. Oh, 5s though. Big roll again.
What's his toughness?
Well, yeah, actually. Toughness 9.
No, I don't get +1 strength.
Toughness 9.
So 4s.
4s then. No. If he turns to calm me, right, it's a desperate situation.
How many wounds has he got?
He's a 10 wound model. Screamer Killer's proving a bane.
Do I need the CP this turn?
He doesn't want a Screamer Killer on the rampage.
Yeah, we'll re-roll it. We'll spend the CP.
Oh, man.
I think that's the right idea.
Okay.
Oh!
No!
And
That's one of the things about keeping the Screamer Killers off the table, is that they become more potent if later on in the game when there's less stuff to deal with them. Yeah, Michael agrees. Okay.
The assault cannon. 3s.
Oh, if that was the wound roll.
Oh. No re-roll because of oath. Yeah.
Nice.
And I might as well fish for
6s.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, almost. Well, no. Yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm not toughness 12. So you've caused a devastating, and then 2 more wounds, which I passed. Okay, so 1 wound taken. Drop it down to 9. Right, so now we're going to have some long-range firepower support coming from heavy intercessors. If they can pick off some wounds, it'll be most useful for the Space Marines.
So, heavy bolter. And re-roll in. And that's so that's 2 for sustain.
Okay.
For the heavy bolter. Strength 5.
Yeah, it's going to be 5s to win.
5s to win. 1.
Bit of cover in between, so back to 2s. Hold facing is a 5, so we're okay. 8 shots with bolt rifles, or heavy bolt rifles. 3s rerollable.
Heavy. They stood still.
2s, just the one I think
Just
there was.
The one, yeah.
They're all hit, no problem.
And then 6.
5s to win. Yeah, strength 5's enough, yeah. And 2 comfort.
2, yeah. If you won.
-1, bit of cover up, we're okay.
Right.
We just questioned plunging fire. It looks very tall, but it's actually 5 inches, so it's not quite enough.
And then we'll do...
If you want plunging fire, you'd have to be on top of it.
On top of that, yeah.
I could put my... Yeah, I could put an artillery piece on top.
Okay. Crawling and pulling himself up. And then we'll go for interceptors into him as well.
Right, and their firepower's really good. Are they damaged 2?
Damage 2.
They are crazy.
Sustained hits 2.
I'm in the open. -1. They could cause trouble.
Three.
Uh-oh.
Roll in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so these are sustained hits 2, so that's 2.
That's another 8 then. Always give a good volley, them things. They are very, very useful. Space Marines certainly have some solid unit choices.
And then 5s.
5s to wound is good, yep.
Rerolling because they're twin linked.
And twin linked. they're on the way to bringing this thing down if they roll well and I roll bad. If they've got another chance, more wounds coming through. This is a humble unit of Inceptors here. It could cause massive trouble, and they will with those kind of dice rolls coming through. There's another 4.
2, 4, 6, 8. Ever
Threes.
needed a loot roll. 18 minus 2.
-2?
Yeah,
Check.
-1, sorry.
Get the life out of me. Need 3s. Oh man, we're taking heavy damage here. That's 6 damage.
Yep.
Dropping down to 3.
3.
Mightily impressive. Okay, so that's really good shooting. Phobos Marines next, the Infiltrators with their firepower. Bolt carbines. Can you imagine them barking orders at each other, bring the beast down? Pure Dakar here.
3.
Alright, good.
And then...
So what does the marksman do? What
nothing.
kind of...
It's,
nothing special
it's
anymore?
Just heavy.
Okay.
Yes, nothing special. And then 6s. Strength 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please. It's 5. Finding their mark. Shoot for the eyes.
No AP.
No AP. 2s then. One at a time for pain for you, pain for me, and pain for watching. We're okay. We're okay. Oh, we'll be okay, and we'll be okay. Oh, yeah, we'll be okay. Solid. Okay, Screamer. An injured Screamer killer is just as dangerous. Yeah. I think we're out of shooting. It's not been too bad. Casualties flow in. Not the wipeouts that were hoped for. Charges?
Yes.
Where?
We're going to charge the Land Raider into...
Oh.
And I think the Terminators might be...
Advanced.
Oh, they did it. So just the Land Raider.
Just the Land Raider. Go ahead. No CP for tank shock though. Oh.
No.
Of course, it goes in. No problems. It can push up 4. Tuck into there.
Yep.
Right, might be able to pick up some wounds. I'm trying to go for the wounds to destroy the last warrior to get me off the objective. I think that's the plan. And to stop me from charging other people.
So the Land Raider, 6 attacks.
Okay.
6. 4s.
Not bad.
Strength 8.
3s.
2.
2.
No AP.
4 ups. Save 1. 1 wound taken. So wound taken. I've made a piling across in that direction. Reckon the model can fight. Are both happy enough for that to take place. So here we go. We'll go for the warrior first. In 3s. Rerolling 1s. Well, lethal.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's sustained. 6s. Strength 5. Yeah. And rerollable. Close. 3 make it through at -2.
4 ups.
Yeah, 4 ups. Hey, you were chipped a wound off that thing. Okay, it drops to 15, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the warrior, or the prime. 6s are good. For sustained and lethal. And what's your toughness?
12.
It is 12. 6s then, and no kind of rerolls. Nothing. It's just the one comes through at -1. 1 save 3+. It's 2 damage. But pass, no problem. Land Raider. Toughest boots. Okay. Toughest boots? Hard as nails?
Hard as nails.
Okay. Right, that's combat's resolved. Not much in the way of combats here. Space Marines calling upon firepower to reduce targets down, which they have here. So further casualties coming in against the Tyranids. Okay, and Typhon, look at him. He's over there. He's miles away from the action. He's making his way around in that direction. Just his simple move around there. And so much has happened across this side of the across the board. We'll calculate points here at the end of Space Marine turn 3. So some points have come through. 5 points for primaries because Michael held this one at the start of his turn. When we get to turn 4, this one's going to start. Well, this one's going to disappear. 4 points also for deployed teleport Homer across here in my deployment zone, and bring in the points for that. So 19 points to 25 is a score at this stage. Tyranids still have themselves ahead, and it's their turn 3 coming next. They've got a whole turn here to try and keep those points flowing in. Just keep the points going. I'm losing the battle as far as casualties is concerned, but it's points at the end of the day, and so we're just going to try and stem the tide here with the Space Marines and try and fight our way and survive on that objective across there and just reap those points and see the game through to victory. Just try and outwit the Space Marines. I can't overwhelm them with their toughness and durability, so I'm going to try and win the game in another way. But it results in an interesting game. It's not just Tyranids charging headlong into Space Marines. There's cunning and subtlety and trickery involved here, so it makes for an interesting encounter for sure. It's all down to him, Typhon, the Butcher of the 18th, a battlefield experienced Hive Tyrant, who doesn't play fair, doesn't play by the rules, doesn't go by the script. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Tyranids next. All right, tricky this one. Turn 3 for the Tyranids. So cards in play is Area Denial and Bring It Down. Bring It Down is going to be nigh on impossible here against this Land Raider. And then Area Denial. So we reckon I'm wholly within 6. I can go for the 3 victory points by keeping Michael out of 3 inches of that, so I can pick up some points there. We also picked up 5 points for primaries. Movement then, Tyrannosaurus move around there. This Tyrannosaurus moved on top. It's a fly model, so it's landed on top. Screamer Killers move through in this direction to go after the captain. We then have the Hive Tyrants move around, roll well for him, so he's done a run around this direction, heading off towards that objective. Artillery's remain stationary. Gaunts have tucked in closer to the rocks. So, movement's done for the Tyranids. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. Alright, so poor round of shooting for the Tyranids. Artillery fired across here. Tyrannosaurus. The Screamer Killer. Hive Tyrant firing into the captain. 2 wounds on him in total. Stripping bodyguard away as well. That's firepower coming in from the Gaunts. But he's tough for sure. Michael Fry refuses to die here on the battlefield. There he is, standing defiant. Perhaps pointing his chainsaw towards the objective. Follow me, men. We'll see if he can survive close combat. Those Screamer Killers are going to go into him, I think. We'll go on to charges next. Low impact here from firepower with the Tyranids. We'll go on to charges, though, see what kind of impact they can make. Right, hold it right there. Charges taking place. Failed. Come on, reroll. Failed. Charged across here. Rod 12s. And he goes. My charge, I've rolled up and gone in, but Overwatch, we reckon, can come from the Land Raider. There's nothing to stop it. It can fire in and out of close combat, so what's to stop it? So Overwatch is incoming. Over moment still sticks on Hades. And you are just carry on.
Yeah.
Multi-melter.
Multi-melters.
Missed, but rerollable. Just 1/6 might do it.
The assault cannons.
Assault cannon, yeah. 6s, got 1. Survive. Yeah, I got 2. And fish for 6s and twin linked.
Yep.
It's hard to watch. It's got 1. Nothing I can do about it. Dropping down to 2 wounds left. And that could tee you up for a single successful wound with a flamer.
Stormbolter.
Okay, Stormbolter.
5 million cuts.
No hits. It's all down to the flamers.
2d6.
It's all right. It's average.
7 and 6. So 13.
Oh, yeah, because it's +3 each time. It's firepower's so reliable.
Toughness.
Toughness 9.
Strength 7.
5s. Oh no, I'm gonna go. Oh no, it's 3. Could have been worse.
-2.
-2. I'm dead. Unless I roll 3 4s. I got no command reroll. Oh no. Why?
There's hope.
Oh no. The last one. 50-50. Flip a coin. 3 4s. In he goes, just about against the odds. We got caught out there. Can you imagine the flame just arcing around, following it along? Oh boy, the Screamer Killer. Hades. Here. Oh, it makes it in. Dear me. He shouldn't have made it. He should have been brought down by Overwatch from that Land Raider Redeemer, which has proved pivotal in this battle. It's parked itself and just flamed as many targets as it can during this game. But it's failed to stop the Screamer Killer from going in. The captain does stand alone here. It's Gut B Phoenix Lord against Michael Fry himself. Any other charges take place? No. We advanced with him. It's ongoing combat across there. So we'll resolve this combat next. I guess we'll go to the Screamer Killer. 10 attacks. Here we go.
I can use a free battle stratagem because I haven't used it.
Armor of Contempt.
Yes, because it's minus.
That wouldn't help you. Because you'll go to your invuln save.
I'll go to him.
A 4-up.
Ooh, have I got anything that can...
Armor of Contempt. Yeah, there might be a 1 CP stratagem from the Salamanders detachment.
Oh.
When do you play that? There's a stratagem here. It's to help Michael if he survives.
It says in your shooting phase or the fight phase.
So we could take it at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so save it if you survive. There's one that can give Michael +1 to the wound roll, but we'll see if he survives first. So I've got my 10 attacks. Screamer Killer, if it ever's needed to skewer something, it's now. 3s. Can't complain. Strength, I'd like to say 12, but it's not. It's going to be 10.
So 3s.
It's going to be 3s. Oh, some have failed. So we're looking at half damage, so I'll drop to damage 2.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 pluses. So I passed mine. See how you go. You can do one at a time if you want to, or not.
No.
I
I can't do that to myself.
Okay.
4-ups.
Oh, please, no. He holds, Captain.
He holds.
Oh, boy.
Captain Fire.
There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay, charging units, we're going to the... Tyranid. Whiff. Michael's free to fight back.
Yeah, so we'll do the captain. So 5 attacks.
If he brings me down, that could switch the game around. Literally.
I will do the free stratagem for the +1 to wound.
Go ahead.
So 2s, re-rolling everything because of...
Oath of moment. Reroll that 1. Gets the hits. 5s becomes
4s.
4s. God. 3.
82.
4-ups. I'm gone. I can't survive that. Ha! The bottom's fallen out. We're dead. Detonate yourself. No. Oh, Hades. Gone. Captain. All of a sudden. Survived and now has his eyes on the objective for the Tyranids. This game's not clear cut here. Space Marines could do something epic in this battle. And there's a race. Look, my Hive Tyrant's heading towards it as fast as he can. The Butcher, he foresaw this with his alien cunning. Right. In which case I'll pick a combat, so I'll go with the Warriors next. Regular Warrior. You're on 1s.
Lethal.
Lethal, nice. And sustain, so let that one back in. 6s. Rerollable. Nice. 3 at -2. 3 saves of 4+. Not bad, Warrior. Choppy chop. But passed. 2, 3, 4s actually. 2 wounds come through.
-2.
Yeah, -2.
So 2. Land raid will fight back.
Prime.
No. Yeah, prime.
No rerolling ones, just straight 2s to hit. It's a terrible roll, sadly. And a wound does come through. -1. 3 up. This is 2 damage. Doesn't make it through. All right. Land Raider's very healthy here and 13 wounds left. Resolve the rest of the combats. No damage being caused here against the Warriors. No damage being caused against the Tyranid. So combat's resolved here. Space Marines defiant here, really helping them to stay in the game. Tactically, they do have chances now to go after this objective across the other side of the board. Calculate points at the end of the turn. Right, so end of turn. Michael's picked up another 3 points for destroying that Screamer Killer. The Tyranids will miss that model on the board. So going up to 22. Tyranids didn't pick up too many points. 5 points for primaries, 3 points for Aerodinal, and that's it. We dumped the other card. So 33 points to 22. Tyranids are 11 points ahead. That doesn't guarantee them victory by any means. It's going to pivot on these objectives. We're going to have an objective now that's about to disappear at the start of the turn. So this will go. Michael will not pick up points for that. So nothing for... He's not going to get the 8 points coming in on turn 4. But neither will the Tyranids. If Michael's able to destroy them, then I'm not going to pick up points for that one either. So we're just cutting each other down on points here, restricting points coming through. But this game will end for the fight for that objective across their turn 5 will prove critical for both sides. So we'll go on to turn 4 now for the Space Marines. All right, so Space Marines, their movement done. They're converging towards that objective. It's a race towards that objective to try and disrupt the Tyranids, stop them from scoring the 15 points. That is the aim of the game, if they can do it. So advance taking place across here of these to lay down some firepower support. Disengaging from close combat with the Land Raider. and it's pushed forwards towards the objective. Got in range of the objective. It is OC5. It's not going to be able to shoot because it's pulled out of close combat, but it's going to park itself on that objective. The captain's run. It's going to try and single-handedly form a roadblock to stop Typhon from moving on to that objective. Just try and shut down the Tyranid control of that objective. Self-sacrifice from that captain, leading by example. Terminators have moved up, poised to charge. They haven't advanced, and they don't want to kill those who are shooting. They want to charge up and push further up in this direction. Remaining stationary, advancing round. We'll press on, raking in the points for secondaries, and the remaining close combat crosshair of the infiltrators. That's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, firepower complete. Most of it was directed across here into the Tyrannocyte, which eventually fell. It was firepower from those that proved deadly. Multiple saves failed, damage 2 coming through, bringing the Tyrannocyte down. And that's about it. So firepower complete. We'll go on to charges, close combats next. Right, so charges taking place. The only charge that's been allowed, actually, is this one here. So the Terminators are going to roll a 5, and then we'll make a pile-in move. They should be able to overwhelm their foe, no problem. Right, combat's resolved was swift and deadly. Warriors overwhelmed, or the lone warrior overwhelmed, and the prime brought down with ease. So Terminators are smashed in. They've now reached the centre of the board. They've got a view to the objective. They can see it from afar, at least, at this point. That's combat's resolved. No, we've got an ongoing melee across here to finish off. So no damage being exchanged across there over in that corner. Turn comes to an end. We'll calculate points here. End of turn 4 for the Space Marines. So again, for the Space Marines, just a few points coming through. 4 points for this. This has proved very useful across here. It's 8 points they picked up in total now. Another 3 points for destroying a Tyrannocyte as well, for bring it down. It's actually Michael's secondaries really helping out. Taking him to 29 points. Tyranids are still ahead though, 33 points then with a turn in hand. We'll go on to their turn 4 next. So movement here for the Tyranids. Engaging all fronts, which is very doable. Behind enemy lines is the other one, which the Tyrannocyte is doing. Running in close combat. Haven't moved anything across there because we're scared of Overwatch. From the Land Raider, nothing else has moved. So movement's done. We're going to shooting phase next. All right, so shooting phase resolved across here. The captain took a couple of wounds from firepower being directed against him from multiple units, and that's about it here from the Tyranids. Not much impact at all. We'll go on to charges next. It could be the fact that the Tyranids just don't have the muscle here to keep the Space Marines at bay. Right, so charges taking place. Hive Tyrant went in against the captain and the Land Raider, and we lost 2 of the bodyguard on Overwatch. Devastating firepower coming in from those flamers once again. We also attempted to charge the Spore Mine across him, failed. That didn't go ahead. That's it. Charge is done. I think the Tyranids are running out of steam here, but we'll see. We'll go on to close combat. So we'll see if the Hive Tyrant, the Butcher himself, can bring down the Friar Captain. So, it's great to see this encounter. This is sort of the Warlord versus Warlord match up here. We'll go first.
I'll do Armour of Content then
for a CP.
For a free.
Oh, for the free one. Yeah, go ahead.
One.
Armour of Contempt in play. Not really going to help you. -2.
Oh, okay.
It might help you against his attacks. The Nipper here.
Okay.
Up to you if you want to play it, but it's him.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Do it because it's free.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Tyrant first. We'll go for the monstrous Bone Sword and Lash Whip. So 6 attacks and 2s. Alright, they've all hit. 3 to wound. Oh boy, some have missed here. I could command reroll. The captain's got to go. Yeah, we'll come on reroll. Come on reroll. Alright, we do. Okay, so 4 wounds come through. -2. Michael changes his mind, didn't go for Armour Contempt. He's going to save it for potential command reroll on his 4+ invulnerable save, which he now needs to make 4 saves. Just when he needs it. 666 and a 4 for the Emperor. That is a Space Marine captain at his best. I'll fight here, my little bodyguard, but oh boy, those attacks have been blocked. Right, so we went for the Bone Cleaver, Lash Whip, and Rending Claws, which is 3 attacks. And they will hit. 5 to win though. 2 wounds make it through. These are -1 and 2 damage, which becomes 1 damage.
So 4, 3
4s.
4 ups. Yeah. Yep.
1 makes it through. 1 wound taken. So a total wounds on him, I think, is 4.
6 altogether. He's got 6 wounds.
Oh, he's a 6 wound model, yeah, and he's taken 4. He's got 2 wounds left. Okay, and there's nothing else we can do, so the captain can now strike back.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's the attacks going into the Butcher.
And plus his toughness.
9 or 10.
5s to 4s.
Force wound. Going for the +1 to the wound roll. Using stratagem.
Just
1 comes through.
Maybe 2.
Blocked on the bodyguard. Alright, we survive in close combat. Chainsword.
Chainsword, yeah. Nothing.
Well. Okay, we'll press on, resolve the rest of the combat set. Right, so Land Raider done its attacks. A wound came through, it passed a save. So we are looking at a final score here for this turn. Secondary strong for the Tyranids again. Engaging on fronts picked up. We dropped, I perhaps didn't mention it for shooting phase, we fired across here and we dropped in a spore mine. It can be done. There's some controversy about it. The Tyranid player was able to do it, but it counts as a qualifying unit. It's eligible, it's not battle shock, so we've landed that one there. This one sat here for the whole game whilst Michael's been reaping the points. This is now coming useful for engaging the fronts. Then we have units in the other 2 table quarters. So 5 points picked up for that. And then behind enemy lines, it could be 3 points, not 5 actually. Yeah, just the 1 unit behind enemy lines, you get 3 points in total. So we're looking at a score here of 29 points to the Space Marines, 41 to the Tyranids. But bear in mind the objective across there is worth 15 victory points to each player. Yeah, so for Michael, it's at the start of his next command phase. We reckon he won't get it because the Tyranids have flooded it. Yeah. But what Michael wants to do is to deny it to the Tyranids as well and wipe them off that objective. And the way you can do that is with the Land Raider, which is parked on it already, and the Terminator squad as well. So this game is not over yet. We'll go on to turn 5, the final turn of the game in this epic encounter. So movement's done here on turn 5. Terminators, here they come, heading off towards the objective. They can fire and shoot. Land Raider's going to stay in close combat, so it can fire as normal. Captains remaining in close combat. Advanced move made with the Inceptors. They've got themselves onto the objective. Backing out of close combat, an open moment placed onto the Tyrannocyte to try and pick up points for bring it down. And these units are virtually redundant now. These will continue to provide firepower support over in this corner. So that's movement done. I think the way this game's going, I think Michael can't pick up the 15 points. It's at the start of his command phase. I'll pick them up at the end of my turn. I think Michael's going to do enough damage to stop us from doing that, in which case neither of us are going to get the 15. It's a stalemate in that regard. But the Tyranids have got themselves ahead by enough. We reckon that they still may win the game. Strange game of 40k this one, but that's the way this Tyranid army operates. And it's proved a very interesting encounter. We'll press on here. We'll resolve this turn here for the Space Marines. They're firepower next. Right, so shooting phase, effective enough, over moment placed across here, firepower coming in from the Terminators to finish it off, so too the damage 2 proving very effective from the Inceptors as well, firepower from the heavy intercessors, brought the Tyrannocyte down, so that's been destroyed, and then the gaunts, they were wiped out by the Flamestorm cannons at 16, strength 7 minus 2 damage, results coming through against them. From the Land Raider, yet again proving devastating with its firepower. Down to charges, really. The only charge to take place is the Terminators with their Librarian to go into Typhon. 1 chance only to bring him down. Or 2, if you've gone to my turn 5, I suppose, but here comes the charge. 12. I think they're angry enough. And they're led by Braycross. In they go. Charge is going ahead. Charge has gone ahead. 12-inch charge. In they go. So we're looking at fists first. Try and bring Typhon down. He's got the built-in 5+, feel no pain. On himself, actually, so I'm going to play it for free on himself to grant the 5+ feel no pain to the bodyguard model that's still alive.
Please.
Okay.
Oh dear, sustain it.
Oh, sustained with that Librarians. Good combination.
So it's just 2.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2, 4.
Strength 8, we're toughness 8.
Yeah.
4's to win. Okay. That's a good for you. Probably going to lose the bodyguard here.
8.
Okay, so it's a fresh model. So we'll go 2 saves here of -2. So we're going to go 5 ups. And we don't block. So we'll go to I feel no pain. Let's try and stay alive, which helps. So 4-win model, so we're going to go for another one here. Feel no pain. Now he's dead. All right, so we've lost him. That's the bodyguard's done its job to a degree. We'll now go to a 4+ invulnerable save, or 4-up save either way. Just start on a 2+. We block those quite effectively, and then we'll command reroll as well. We don't. Okay, so that's failed, and then we'll now go to a feel no pain of 5+, and we don't. We take 2 wounds.
1 at AP2.
Okay, 4 up again. This is a sergeant wound coming through with a sword. That's been blocked.
Librarian.
Yep, next librarian with his attacks. Looks like I'm going to survive here. Add in a lethal.
That's using it on 2, so I'll add that one back in. 1.
4 up. Not blocked.
That's D3.
D3, go ahead. Oh, for 3. Feel no pains. No, 3 wounds taken from the librarian. Dropping down to 5. All right, so I've survived here. 5 wounds left. I'm alive, so I'm going to fight back. It's Michael Fryer against Nate Miller here, so it's Phoenix Lord Showdown. I'm going to go after that captain and try and kill him. Needing 2s. Ooh, boy. Needing 3s. Just half come through, so 3 at -2. Their 3 damage becomes 2 damage. Huge roll to stay alive. He's done it again. Block 2.
And I'll change that one to
6 of visibility. Oh, it blocked everything. Ah, right, and now the captain can swing back. Hollywood moment here. A fight to the death.
2s. Yep.
Nice.
Toughness.
It's going to be 5s to win. Toughness 9.
2.
2 make it through. Nice 2, so we'll go to 4s, which we block.
Yep.
A relic chainsword next. In 2s. Weapons are hitting, and 1 wound comes through. -1, I think, for the chainsword. It's damage 2, we know that.
Yeah, -1.
-1 blocked because it's starting at 2+.
Yeah.
Well. Typhon survives.
Oh, Land Raider.
Land Raid, okay. We'll resolve that. A couple of hits might come through. So that marks the end of the turn. No damage coming through from the Land Raider. Typhon remains defiant. Michael wants to carry on to bring Typhon down. It would be a badge of honour to do so. So we'll press on to turn 5. I wonder if Typhon can survive all of that. I don't think so, but you never know. End of turn then. Points coming through. 4 points picked up here again. 3 points for destroying another monster. So that'll give us a total for the Space Marines of 36. Tyranids still on 41 points. They've got to try and rush to clear that objective. They're not going to do it. They're not going to destroy the Land Raider. Not going to take out 10 Terminators and the Captain and the Inceptors. So Michael has converged on their objective and denied the crucial 15 points, which would have been a knockout blow here in this game. But we reckon Tyranids may still raked in enough points. We'll see what secondaries come up for them. We've got a fresh draw for them as well. Just a few more points. Yeah, well. We've virtually done it, haven't we, really? Yeah. We'll see what cards come up. We'll press on to Tyranid turn 5 next. All right, so turn 5 here for the Tyranids. Cards coming through, the 2 that we settled on. We use the CP to get another card. No prisoners, that's destroying something, or destroying units to pick up points, and then defend stronghold. So just hold on to the home objective, which will pick us up 3 points. The Tyranids, they have got themselves victory. Really, what we're interested in here is close combats, to see if Typhon can survive and see if he can be brought down by the Captain, Terminators, and Librarian. We're going to shooting if there's any. There'll be some, but it's not really significant here. And then close combats. We're on charges here. I'm not going to charge. I was going to charge a Death Leaper, and then Michael said he's just going to Overwatch him. So I'd rather keep the model alive, just a matter of pride. We'll leave Death Leaper where he is. He's like standing still, pretending to be a tree in the middle of a lava ash wasteland. But it's working. No one's shooting at him, so we'll leave it where he is. In which case, it's the player whose turn it's not, which is you. You can pick a unit to fight with, either the honour of the Captain or the Terminators to do the job.
We'll do the Terminators.
Oh, right, okay. Terminators to fight then. Here we go. So I'm going to play my last CP, the last move of the game to play. Death Frenzy. On 4+, if I die, I'll fight and kill the Captain. Okay, so we're just playing for pride now. We know the result of the game, but just you have to just resolve some things. Michael's a visiting player, a chance to bring Typhon down.
9 fists. 9 fists.
Go ahead. Surely he must. Load of sustained coming through as well. Typhon's going to go. He can't survive. We say these things. He has a built-in 4+ feel no pain, so it can take a bit of effort to bring him down. He's got 5 wounds left. Such an epic moment. I'll zoom in here so you can see a defiant Hive Tyrant battling away over an objective. Okay, we've got ourselves a total.
9.
Okay.
Maybe 2.
9 saves of 4+. Oh, wowzer.
Really well done.
And feel no pain of 4+. All right, those two make it through. I'll drop to 3. 3 wounds left.
Librarian.
Librarian, nervous stuff. Those have missed.
Nope.
Those haven't wounded.
No,
Sergeant with his sword.
Sustained.
Yeah. 5s, I think.
Yeah.
Or even 6s. What strength is he? Strength 5?
Strength 5, yeah.
I think I'm toughness 10. My stats just over there.
Toughness 10, yeah. 1.
Yeah, 1 comes through. Whoa, 4+ to block and it's blocked. We survived. Typhon has survived. Michael regrets now, perhaps. It was worth a go. Drop it down to 3. So I can pick a combat now.
Yep.
In which case I will fight the captain. Save my CP. 6 attacks. And if I don't kill you, you can... You've got 1 CP left. You can go for +1 to the wound rolls like before.
Yes.
Or save it for a CP reroll if you need it. So looking at 2s. They all hit. Looking at 3s for the captain. Here we go. 4 make it through. It's the last few dice of the game. What a way to finish. Always block 3.
And the new turn.
New turn.
So
Rotate to a 6. Block me again. Oh. And now the captain can strike back.
+1 to wound.
Yes.
2s.
2s. Okay.
And then 4s.
4s. No!
Oh, no! His sword.
Last chance. Don't think he's going to do it.
Nope.
No! And it ends. Typhon lives. So does the captain. So you have to leave it to your imagination what happens next. But that's the eternal battle taking place between those two epic characters. What a way to finish the game. We'll give you a final score here. I think Tyranids have done it. Not by sledgehammer tactics, but by alien cunning is the way they've prevailed here in this game. Some momentous events taking place. Some shifts in the game as well. The way the Tyranids shifted across there. Space Marines on the chase. And the catch-up that took place as well. The Terminators did manage to reach the far side of the board in the end, but it wasn't quite enough. I'll give you a final score here. So I have a final score. There's a little bit extra of a gap because Typhon wasn't brought down. So Space Marines have remained on 36 points. And then the Tyranids got defend strongholds, took them to 44. So they did win by a few points, but the game was close enough for sure and could easily have swung either way. At any point during the game, even on turn 5, the game was still undecided. So that makes for a good game of 40k. Multiple Hollywood moments across the table. Space Marines against Tyranids, always a classic here. But by an edge, the Tyranids have prevailed through... Because we're inferior, we're not as tough. We're definitely a softer army for sure. Lower impact, but through just bringing in those points, different points on the table, has meant that the Tyranids have prevailed. We'll talk about units of the game next here for both sides. Plenty of contenders. I'll call out silver level Patreons as well. Big thanks to them for their support. So that's Jason Martinez, Marcus Olson, Miniature Matt, and Ross Caldwell. Right, plenty of choices. Both of us quick to make a decision on that one. It's got to go to Typhon for his defiance through to the end of the game. And then I'll give an honourable mention to the Screamer Killers. They were a nightmare even when they weren't on the board. They were a bane and a threat. When one of them landed, it caused trouble with that epic charge across there, which really did help the Tyranids on that side of the board. Then for the Space Marines, plenty of contenders here. So Terminators, honourable mention to them. The Inceptors, the Gravis Captain as well, Captain Fryer, making his epic move across the board. But it has to go to that Land Raider. Epic support throughout the game. And even denying movement for the Tyranids, that threat of Overwatch just stopping us from moving and supporting our units through the game. So that's units of the game for both sides. Do check out the other Challenger Scorpion battles on the channel, but in this particular game, across these Ash Wastelands, the Tyranids have prevailed against the might of the Imperium. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.